Salem out of the country, but you can't pick up that Salem.
I believe that's what he smokes, actually.
Your kid smokes Salem?
I believe he does.
Told me yesterday Winston Light.
I don't know what it is.
Your kid smokes.
I know. We dropped him off at the fraternity house last evening.
Do you have his carton of cigarettes that Trey bought him?
No. I'm not taking cigarettes in my truck.
Why not?
He's got a couple fraternity brothers that are on about it, too. So they don't all smoke.
Just because they're in a frat house doesn't mean they all smoke.
That's what that girl called yesterday and said.
Some chick on the phone?
I know.
You put some stock in that? Mm-mm. So how was the conversation driving him back out to Commerce?
Lovely.
Really?
Very loud.
Oh, really? What happened?
Nothing.
Did you scream at him?
Yes.
He screamed back at you?
No. I told him he's got whatever I'm getting ready to say you got coming. I said I'll scream halfway there and then I'll be quiet. So it's not going to be a bad trip the whole way. But for the first part of it, sit there and listen.
Wow. Did you tape it?
No.
Wow.
It didn't take it very well, but...
What's not to take well? He's a smart kid. He knows he's screwing up.
I know. He's a very, very smart kid. I told him I love him, I'll support him, but I'm not going to deal with this.
You had this conversation with him before, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, many times.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How did this one go?
I don't know. Well, no, time will tell. Me screaming about it actually probably makes it worse. But at least I feel like I've, done something. I'm not going to sit around and go,
well, you're going to do you're going to do what you're going to do regardless of if you scream at him or not. So you might as well feel better about it.
Yeah. Get it out of my system.
If you're going to let him jack you around, and you will, you're his daddy, and you just got a blind spot there. You can say whatever you want, but if you just break down the specifics. Got an 18-year-old kid, won't get a job, broke his own foot so he could stay out of work.
Didn't do that.
Is his foot broken?
He didn't do it on purpose.
Excuse me, is his foot broken?
Yes.
Is he working?
No.
Rest my case. 18, no car, no means of support, depending on other people. Let me put it this way. Where were you at 18? What were you doing at 18? What would the typical day of yours start like, say, this time of year when you were 18?
College, in the summer, I would come back to Dallas-Fort Worth and work until I got married.
And what did you do? Worked at Six Flags for a while. I remember that.
Six Flags. I worked, pumped gas at the airport. I did bags at Tom Thumb. I always had a job. Always. From the time I was about 14. I mowed yards at 14. Okay, when I could drive, I had a job. I worked at Six Flags from the day it opened to the day it closed all summer. Every day.
So, you're aware there's a problem here then?
Sure.
Okay.
I worked through college, too, and radio. He's aware there's a problem. He's got $20 to his name. Asked me for money in front of all his friends last night.
No, he didn't. Yes. Did he really?
Are you going to give me any cash? No!
Did you scream at him from his friends?
No, I didn't scream. I just went.
Oh, you should have. You should have wigged out in front of his friends. What's the matter with you?
No. I'm going to wig out in front of his friends.
Absolutely.
All his friends listen, by the way. So.
Great. Lovely to have him. You want to say the name of the fraternity?
Delta Tau Delta.
Lovely to have him. Would they make me a member?
Probably.
I never was a member of a fraternity.
They love you.
We'd love to have him. In fact, if they'll straighten his ass out, I'll come out there in the Batmobile one weekend.
Wow. Oh, the pressure's on him now. Jesus. You just dumped the World Trade Center on his ass.
I will go out there and I'll spend at least a day hanging out with his fraternity with the Batmobile. Some pictures, maybe a few rides. We'll hit the hangouts out there in Commerce. If they'll just straighten his ass out. I give him 6 weeks. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Well, he's not going to quit smoking. I doubt it.
If they'll get him to quit smoking, I may hang out there for a couple of days.
And get a job.
And a job. Yeah. That's what I mean by straightening him out. I want him to stop smoking. I want him to have a job. Stop breaking body parts so he could lay around. If they'll do all of that, I'll come out. I'll truck the Batmobile out there one weekend.
Wow.
You realize I've just accomplished in 20 seconds what you couldn't do in 18 years.
That's true.
We've turned his friends against him.
But you're swinging a Batmobile.
Yes. With pine tar all over it.
Yeah, you are. Man.
See? So now you have allies. You have other people out there that'll help you.
Well, they love him. They do. I've talked to a couple of the kids. They're all very supportive. He's not an F-up. He's a smart kid. He's just having a difficult time jump-starting.
John.
Get going.
John, he's 18. And I'm not being ugly.
No,
but you keep saying he's a good kid. He's 18. He doesn't have a job. He keeps breaking things, so he doesn't have to work.
He didn't break down.
He did.
No. He worked while he was out of the house. He moved back. He got himself in high school. He finished on time. He got himself in college. Made it through a semester. Doing fraternity work.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs to get a job. Have some money. I told him I'd help him if he helped himself only.
Well, here's the problem, is he portrays himself as making an effort, and then you find out later he's lying to you. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, since you think he's doing something, you've helped him. And by helping him, you're actually hurting him.
Well, you're actually right.
I know, it's very easy for me to stand here on the outside and watch.
Yeah.
Because I'm not involved. No. I don't care. If I cared, it'd be a lot more complicated. But it's really easy to stand here and go, hey, do this, 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 and this, and it'll be fixed. And I can go back to watch Game the Show Network.
You can. It's like how to lose weight. Don't eat so much exercise. Do that, and I'll be back.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
But there are other pressures that go along with things, like losing weight. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people, that's the way they adjust to being nervous, or they adjust to attention as they eat. Makes them feel better.
Right.
I whack my pud.
I see. Thanks.
That's the way I deal with nervous tension.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You must be nervous a lot.
Actually, I'm not.
Not anymore. Any news from your girlfriend, speaking of nervous tension?
As a matter of fact, I came home last night, and there was the Batman movie, the 1966 one.
Yeah?
On DVD, laying on my front porch. A little note said, Abby thought you should have this.
Oh, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is that enough? Is she forgiven?
No.
Why? She went out of her way to get you a DVD, drive it all the way over there, leave you a sweet note. She obviously wants to be forgiven. She knows she screwed up. Isn't that enough?
I thought Abby left it.
No. Abby would have no way to get to the store, nor no money, unless she's stealing from you while you're not there.
You raise her too?
No. Quit it. He doesn't steal. Quit. So you let her off. Did you call her?
No.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm not going to let somebody off.
You didn't even say thank you.
For what? Being an F-up?
That was a very sweet gesture.
So I'm going to let somebody off the hook. Let's flip-flop it around.
Okay.
All right. Let's say you are planning for the holiday weekend.
Okay.
You work very hard at your job.
Mm-hmm.
You have very little time, even on your time off, to do things. So you get all your chores done Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday. So you have time in your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And then she doesn't show up until late Monday. You let her off for a $6 DVD? No, you don't let her off for a $6 DVD.
Okay.
Buy me some jewelry.
How about if she just spends a weekend just doting on you? Would that make up for it?
That's not going to happen.
Why?
Because it's not. You let somebody off just because they dropped a movie off by my house? No, I didn't call her. And I watched the movie all night.
Of course you did. Did you email her at least? Have y'all talked? Are y'all speaking? I don't know. I mean,
I'm not talking to her.
Okay. She's leaving messages and you're not picking the phone up.
Yes.
Okay. At this point, is she saying, hey, you're being ridiculous? Is she starting to get pissed?
Hey, it's me. Wonder what's going on. Call me back.
Okay.
Since I have nothing to report, there's certainly no need to waste her time.
Okay.
That Batman DVD's got a lot of cool extra features on it.
What does it have?
It's got interview with George Barris, who built the Batmobile.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of close-ups of the original car. It's got commentary through the whole movie with Adam West and Burt Ward. They talk about how they did all the different stuff.
Cool. I'd like to see that.
Featurettes, they've shown.
I love DVDs.
Yeah. There's some stuff I didn't know about. There were a few times in the making of the movie, Burt Ward almost died.
Really? Just stunts?
Yeah. They seem to put him in a lot of crap. He said he was in the emergency room several times in the course of a week.
Damn.
The bat boat, there's this one scene where the bat boat is going towards this yacht. I forget what they're looking for. And in the course of filming that, they had a camera boat in front of the bat boat so they could get, a shot of it. Well, now the bat boat's in the wake of the camera boat, and it gets really choppy and Burt Ward falls out. It's not used in the movie, but that's not a safe thing to be doing. And both boats were hauling ass.
Yeah. Wow. I saw the bat boat. It's got a real deep V hull. Those aren't very stable at all.
Where did you see it?
I've seen it on the web.
Oh.
The pictures of it all over the web.
Have you seen the guy that owns it?
No. The real bat boat's still around?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I saw it at BatCon about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I thought I told you this. He's got the original bat boat.
Okay.
Put wheels on it.
Well, I thought that's original. I remember you saying that, but I thought that was some guy that made a knockoff.
No.
What a tard. Why?
He lives in Rockwell.
Oh, I got you. I was thinking, hear us.
He lives in Rockwell and Tyler. I don't know which it is, but yeah. Didn't put it on a trailer.
Wheels.
Put it on wheels so he could drive it in a parade.
So it's useless now.
In the water it is.
God.
You turn it from a bat boat to a Volkswagen thing.
Yes. Oh, I must see pictures of that. I wonder what the original bat boat would cost. What do we pay for it?
I don't know. I think it was crapped out.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It looks pretty rough.
I don't think it was that expensive of a boat. They converted.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that's on the DVD.
Cool.
That I got for free as a gift last night.
Very nice from your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. I feel that she ain't done walking it off yet.
That's it. Bless her heart.
What?
Well, I mean, it's what
if I had done this, if I had done this to anybody, say I'd have done it to you.
Mm-hmm.
All of us had plans to go camping or do something. I'm coming back Sunday afternoon. We're all going to meet someplace and we're going to go. And I don't come back till Monday night.
Yeah. It wouldn't be nice. I'd be pissed.
All right. How long would you be mad at somebody?
I'd have to be mad till Monday when I'd have to get over it.
Why?
Because I work with you. I can sit here and not
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about if it was Joy.
Oh.
You'd be mad how long?
At least a week.
Okay.
And until she did some sort of, showing me she was really sorry.
See, just sending me an email saying, I'm sorry, that's not going to cut it. And to sit there, well, I was riding with other people. You tell them you got plans in Dallas. Somebody else is waiting on you. You have a commitment to be someplace.
Yeah, what if it had been a flight she had to catch?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Obviously, it wasn't important enough for her to push the issue. So you're going to waste our weekend together. That's fine. Go do whatever you want to do. Just don't expect me to be happy when you come back. And if she's not around when I'm done being pissed, fine.
So you're not deeply committed to this woman anyway.
That's not the point.
Okay. Well, I think even had Joy done this, I'd get over it and we'd get back together.
But I'm not going to tolerate this.
Oh,
I will not tolerate disrespect of my time.
I totally agree.
Because it's the only thing I don't have a bunch left of. I'm an old man.
You're not an old man.
I'm going to be dead in 7.5 years.
You are not.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to start saving.
For what?
This thing's over in 7 years? You're dead?
I don't want to live past 50.
Oh, man.
Look at Bob Hope. You want to look like that?
No, but he's 100. I don't think I want to be around at 100, but 75, 80 would be nice.
You see pictures of old people that were like really cool 25, 30 years ago, like Adam West. He looks gobbly now.
But he actually looks good for his age. Don't you think?
But you have to qualify the statement. He looks good for his age.
Well, yeah,
nobody wants to look good for their age. They want to look good.
We won't all look good forever.
That's why I want to die at 50.
Careful what you pray for.
I ain't praying for it. It's going to happen.
Jesus. I'm out of spray. Between you and Eddie, you're both blowing them out.
You blow some out, Eddie?
Yeah, mine are pretty bad.
God.
What'd you eat?
Chinese food.
Yeah. What'd you have?
They
called Mugu Gapan. It's a lot of vegetables in it that I'm not used to eating.
Yeah. So your body's rejecting it?
I believe so. And it's really...
What kind of meat's in that?
Chicken.
You eating low fat?
Trying to, just slowly working my way into a lower fat diet.
I thought Lee always cooked low fat for you.
She does if I ask her to, but it's really hard because we have so many kids.
Well, why can't they eat low fat?
It probably wouldn't hurt them, but they just throw fits, and not really throw fits, but they won't eat.
I can't see anybody throwing a fit in your house.
Well, it's not that they throw fits. Just
no, more than once.
They won't eat, and then they'll go over to their friend's house and eat whatever they want to over there and stuff. So she tries to just keep them a balanced meal to where they'll eat at home.
Well, good. I ain't letting her off the hook.
Well, okay. 2 weeks of her groveling.
First of all, I haven't really seen any groveling. I got an apology and an email. I'm getting all pissed off about this all over again. And just by talking about it, it's going to elongate how long before I get over it.
All right, I'll drop it.
If you're mad because da-da-da-da, I'm sorry. That's what the email said.
But the phone calls have been...
There's no apologies in the phone calls. And just dropping off a movie on my front porch, that's not going to cut it. I can only imagine if I did this to a chick.
Yeah.
I'd be sending flowers. I'd be apologizing. I'm sorry. Absolutely my fault. I obviously didn't tell the people I was with. I didn't communicate how important it was for me to get back. I'll try not to let that happen again. I haven't heard any of that.
Yeah, I agree. Fortunately, I agree. It's really, especially in your case, your time is precious.
Well, everybody's time is precious. It doesn't make any difference. You know what? It doesn't matter if I laid around all weekend. If you tell me you're going to be someplace, be someplace. If it's important enough for you to be there, you'll be there. You don't come back with a basket full of excuses. Laying around in the backyard naked, hoping cicadas get on my weenie.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did.
You said you never walk around naked.
Float in my pool.
Naked?
No. That's sick.
That's not sick. I really can't believe you've never swam in your pool naked.
I'm not swimming in my pool naked.
Why?
Well, especially now.
Why?
I got Mexicans on the roof across the street.
Whatever.
I do.
So? They're not good. They don't care.
They can look in my pool.
I don't think they care to see you naked. I don't think it's an issue. But if you don't...
Why else are they up there?
They're probably repairing the roof.
Oh.
Yeah. And the hail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
You just thought they were up there looking at you?
All I know is I go outside and there are Mexicans on the roof next door. I don't know. They could have had company.
Yeah. Make them stay on the roof.
Their sun worshippers, aren't they? What? Yes, Bill.
People of your generation have a work ethic, and they also have a sense of integrity. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. They don't blow it off like the younger generation. So my suggestion is date someone your own age instead of these young bubble-headed twits.
I don't want to. Do you know what a woman 42 years old is going to look like naked?
Turn the lights off.
I don't want to.
You know, it's all pretty good. Also, you know what? Whatever one you get, I mean, Jesus Christ, or then get another one who's equally as irresponsible and uncaring of your feelings and considerate of your time. Fine, maybe she's got a really good-looking rear end or something. You know?
She does.
You're doing looking at her rear end.
Get an age mate. That's what you can relate to, for Christ's sake.
Shut up. Sounds like your trailer's overloaded anyway. Get off the phone.
Well, you never heard guys say that. You need to date somebody your own age. Your chicks say that. It's freaky.
That's because he's got to date some old woman.
Yeah, he's married. You're right. He's married to some 40-year-old. You need to be like me. Miserable. God, turn off the lights. That's a solution if I ever heard one.
Sooner or later, the lights got to come on. And you can tell when you're with something stretchy. You rub your hand across something and it moves with your hand.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I never thought his first point was valid.
Which is?
Well, the fact that she's in her 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just a different mindset. We're old.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
I'm not.
We got work. Yes, you are.
I'm not. I refuse to be. I feel the same way I felt when I was in my 20s. I really do.
Okay.
I do. I know I don't look it, but I feel it. I don't feel any different.
It's coming.
Well, I'm sure it is.
I'm telling you, it's going to hit us at 50.
Yeah, well, then it hits us.
50, I'm gone.
I'm only 4 years away from that.
Okay.
Is that the end of our contract?
What?
4 more years? Or 3?
Contract runs out April of 2006.
Yeah.
3 years.
Okay.
You'll be 50?
I'll be my 50th year. I don't turn 50 until November.
Wow.
Yeah. So, won't be signing a new contract because you'll be dying.
We'll go ahead and sign it. They don't know that I'm serious.
Okay.
Wow, I never thought about you being 50.
Mm-hmm. Hard to believe. That doesn't bother me at all. 30 bugs me for some reason. I guess I was unhappy with my life at 30. I was still married and not happy, and that's the time she threw me a surprise birthday party, and I was just not in the mood to think about the number 30. And don't throw me a party. So I come home from work, there's cars all the way around the block. I just kept driving.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely.
So you were 30.
You were 26.
We weren't doing the TV show yet.
I was working at the Eagle.
Okay.
I came home from work one night.
Yeah. And
cars all the way around the block.
You didn't come home?
No, I just kept driving.
When'd you finally show up?
At midnight. She was pissed. I called from the car phone. I went, didn't I tell you? No party? I'll see you tomorrow.
What'd she say?
I just hung up. I don't think she talked to me for 2-3 weeks.
That's good.
Kind of an ass, because I did have some of my friends there, My buddies were like, you didn't even show up.
You told her. You warned her.
I said, no surprise party, no birthday party.
See? Did she ever do it again?
No.
Boom. Has to be a penalty for
We were only married 3 more years.
Make any difference. All right. Can we do news here?
Yep.
All right. What was that spot earlier that Lee Harris cut? Something about Star Trek.
Oh, hang on.
Load that up. That one? Movie Trading Company?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Okay.
See if you can catch the mistake.
Okay.
Set a course for out-of-this-world action-adventure with Star Trek Nemesis, now available to own on DVD and video at the Movie Trading Company. Captain Jean-Luc Picard and his Enterprise crew face their deadliest...
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah.
Captain of the USS Inner Tube. What's the matter with him?
I don't know. There's a lot of mistakes recently.
Set a course for out-of-this-world action-adventure with Star Trek Nemesis, now available to own on DVD and video at the Movie Trading Company. Captain Jean-Luc Picard and his Enterprise crew face their...
You may want to hip him that time.
How about you?
Jean-Luc.
I understand.
Enterprise.
Not the inner tube. I'm sorry, I got a whole spoof going in my head now. Quit.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
337, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3 FM.
Thank you, Russ. It's brought to us this time around by Kia Motors and by Lone Star Park. You can come out and see Eddie this Saturday, 1 to 3, the Courtyard of Champions. It's Budweiser True Music Saturday. He'll have tickets to Boston playing at the Smirnoff Music Center. That is this Saturday, Lone Star Park. Eddie will be there 1 to 3. Thursday, May 29, 2003, Bob Hope turns 100 years old today. Melissa Etheridge is 42, LaToya Jackson 47, and John Hinckley turns 48. We have some audio from Bob Hope if you want to hear some of it.
Yes, where is it? I got it.
Yeah, over there. It's his 100th birthday. He was born in England in 1903, actually. And cut number 1 is kind of a collage of jokes he did while he was touring Vietnam. It's only 27 seconds.
And I've got a drawer full of
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
letters that I...
Never mind. Cut number 1, I changed it. This is Bob Hope talks about letters he received from the troops while he was entertaining. That's cut number 1.
And I've got a drawer full of letters that I won't even read because it's from parents and things, how their kids enjoyed it, kids that didn't make it back. And the letters, how much they enjoyed the show, and so on and so on and so on. It's very hard to read those letters.
Also, Bob Hope speaks of a hospital visit to a soldier. That cut number 3, go on to 3.
They were picking glass out of his head. And he heard somebody say, Bob Hope, and he raised his head, and the blood was running down his face, and he said, Merry Christmas. And I will never forget that sight. That was something that chilled me.
Of course, his famous theme song, Thanks for the Memories, kind of collage of him singing it, and cut number 4.
Thanks for the memory of rainy afternoons, swingy Harlem tunes, motor trips and burning lips and burning toast and prunes. I thank you. Thank you very much.
Bob Hope, not seen anymore because he looks bad, but he's still kicking.
Is he talking?
He's still talking. At 100.
What's he saying?
He used to get a massage every day of his life.
Oh.
Stop.
Oh.
I mean, even when he was younger.
Oh.
But he attributes that to his longevity.
But do you really want to live this long and look like that?
I don't think so.
And what good is it? All his buddies is dead.
Yes. And most of his family. All right, North Texas roads can be rough on your car, but not as rough as other major Texas cities. According to a new study, the study shows 24% of Dallas-Fort Worth roads are considered unacceptable. But North Texas did better than other Texas cities. In Austin and Houston, only 32% of the roads are ranked acceptable. And in San Antonio, 30% are acceptable. Cruising is no longer acceptable in Oak Cliff neighborhoods as city council banned cruising there. The new ordinance is designed to help fire and police departments respond faster to emergencies. Restrictions will take place on Hampton Road, Colorado Drive, I don't know what that is, and Westmoreland Road.
Let me see that.
Colorado.
Oh, that's a misspell. It's supposed to be Clarendon.
Oh, okay. Mike Tyson is making headlines again. This time it's for shooting off his mouth to Fox News. Former box champ.
Oh, I heard about this.
Champ once denied.
You tell me we didn't lock up the right person.
We did. He denied raping Desiree Washington in 1991 in an Indianapolis hotel room, but he told Fox News that he'd like to now. I just hate her guts. She puts me in that state where I don't know, Tyson said to the interview for The Pulse, which airs this Thursday night on the Fox network. I really wish I did now, but now I really do want to rape her. Wow.
Well, in a weird abstract way, you can see his logic. If he didn't rape her and he got locked up for it, then in his mind, he's got one coming.
I don't think so. You know, even if you think that, you don't say that.
Oh, I know that. Wow. And it's even worse coming from him.
Yeah.
Because you know he did it.
Of course he did.
But see, that makes him look like he's innocent. Well, you know, I was locked up all that time and I didn't do it, so I have one coming. So when he goes out and does it, he's going to point back to that.
Say, see? Now we're even.
Yeah.
Fate seems to be a Maverick fan after all of a sudden. The Mavericks return to the American Airlines Center tonight for Game 6 against San Antonio, knowing that the home team has lost 3 in a row and 4 out of 5 in the best-of-7 series. That trend has to change if the Mavericks want to keep on playing. They got to win tonight.
Is Dirk playing?
That I don't know yet.
You know, Dan?
He's still doubtful for tonight.
What's wrong with him?
Knee injury.
And he's afraid if he keeps playing that he won't be around for next year, and he's still a young guy.
Why is it hockey players can get out there and play when their legs fall off?
I think they have pads on their knees, and probably the injuries aren't as bad, but I don't know.
Hockey looks a lot more dangerous than basketball. I saw a guy play once without his leg.
No.
He's pulling himself across the ice like he had worms.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
Without legs.
Yes. The greatest playoff games I've ever seen.
No.
Hold on. Yes, Mr. Trenholm?
Can I answer that question?
What was the one that I asked?
Why hockey players can play with injuries and...
Yes.
Because they're tougher.
Okay.
I mean, they play for love of the game, and I mean, look at the Stars when they won the Stanley Cup. They had guys with fractures in their legs, torn ligaments, everything else, and they kept playing and kept playing. And it wasn't until after the season you knew,
who had what.
Yeah.
Mm. So I said, it's like the game that I watched one time. His legs came off. They pulled him across the ice. Very sad, it was very inspirational.
Give him a sled or anything?
No, he pulled himself across the ice with his
stumps.
Stick.
Stick, okay. All right. Experts in Islam.
And at that point, he was called for high sticking. Because every time it was...
What's up?
Yeah. Hold on a second. We get any more confirmations in the parade?
Yes. We have Canton Police and Fire Department. They're sending one.
But they only come first Monday. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're sending one police car, one fire truck, and the police department has a race car that they're going to bring too.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Why is it departments like Canton, a good 60, 70 miles out, obviously a small department, can send vehicles? Mm-hmm. Somebody like Arlington can't.
I don't know.
So just Canton?
Lancaster Police Department.
Good.
And the Tarrant County College Police.
Good. So what are we up to now? About 30 agencies?
29. And it looks like the Navy will be sending, they've got a cool deal. They've got a dually and a trailer that's wrapped in the Navy colors and logo and everything. But they're bringing it, they have to get it approved, but they were 99% sure. They have, it's a sealed dune buggy that's got guns and all sorts of stuff they use for desert combat. And so they're going to bring
Really?
Yeah.
Get a tank?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Did you tell them who declined today? Well, another big police department declined.
Who declined?
Plano.
Why? They showed up last year.
Yep.
It was a short conversation, but I've called the assistant chief back, and/or chief, and asked for them to call me and just figure out why.
Well, if they don't want to show up, that's their business.
Yeah.
Parade's for them. You don't want to show up for your own party and drive around your house all night until everybody's gone. Fine. I just find it hard to believe that somebody, we get interest from as far south as San Antonio, one of the biggest, fastest growing cities in North Texas, doesn't want to show up. Oh, you don't want to show up. The parade is fun. But I'll tell you this now. If something happens in Plano and an officer falls, we're still going to send a check. So that's because we take care of our own, whether they like us or not. Yeah, I'd like to know what the reason is. Because I think they sent 2 or 3 cars last year.
They did.
Yeah, it's, we have, people from Houston and San Antonio that are coming up, so.
All right. Well, thank you. You're doing a fine, fine job.
Thank you.
How come you didn't shave today? Go take a shave. It's very distracting. All right, go ahead.
Experts in Islamic law are being called to testify in a lawsuit of a Muslim woman fighting a state order to take off her veil for her driver's license photo. Sultana Freeman, she's 35, says Florida's basically insistence on photographing her face violates her religious rights.
No, you don't get driver's license.
I agree. Its Assistant Attorney General Jason Vale argued that having an easily identifiable photo on a driver's license is a matter of public safety. Her attorney argues that state officials didn't care that she wore the veil in her Florida driver's license until after September the 11th. Attacks.
It could also be that when they took her picture, nobody's really paying attention.
That's true. True, too. But, I mean, here's how she wants her picture to look. Look at it. All you see is her eyes.
I know. Looks like she's looking through a slit or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know why anybody would have let her take... I even think you have to take your cap off, at least in Texas, when you go get your driver's license.
Yeah. I want to see your hair and the color and everything, bald.
What makes them think that they can... Hold on a second. Yes, Robert?
Yeah, one of the reasons why you might not be getting an answer from the Arlington PD is the Rangers have a game that night, and Six Flags will be in full swing, so they might be spread a little thin.
On the 28th?
Yeah.
During the day?
Well, it's during the day.
Okay.
I mean, that's valid. If they got something else going on, that's fine.
Six Flags has their own police force.
Yeah.
Six Flags does?
Yes.
Well, he said the Rangers.
Rangers, and he also mentioned Six Flags.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know if Six Flags had their own police.
At least a consideration.
Yeah. Well, that may be a valid point. And like I said, if somebody don't want to come, this is your party, not mine.
But you think if somebody was coming from as far away as San Antonio and Houston, the people in their own neighborhood might want to show up.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert.
They may have just some standard policy. The vehicles don't go outside of the city limits.
And that's fine. It is, I'm okay with that. I'm certainly not going to be pissed off. I'm just puzzled. Why does Six Flags have their own police department?
They've always had their own. They call them security, but they
got guns.
They don't carry them in the park, but if they need them, they have them.
Oh, that's right. Six Flags won't let you carry guns in the park.
Mm-mm.
I mean, even police officers.
And Trey says the Rangers are away that night, by the way. He just instant messaged me.
Well, then there blows that theory.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So, no, you don't get a driver's license.
I agree. You don't show your face.
Where is she? Was she a Muslim?
Yeah. Muslim in Orlando, Florida.
Muslim women don't have that many rights to begin with, do they? What makes her think she deserves a driver's license? I mean, really.
Because everybody else in Florida her age.
Well, then you know what? Anytime that you are given some type of privilege, sometimes you lose something. You want a driver's license? Not a right. It's a privilege. If you want that, show us your mug.
Yeah.
It's only going to be for a second. Take your picture, stick it where nobody will ever see it. Can you imagine if they let this go? Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, everybody's going to become Muslim. They're going to go get their driver's license wearing veils.
Absolutely. The chicks. Guys don't have to wear veils, do they? Just chicks. I don't know the rules.
Yeah, it's chicks, isn't it? I'd still try it. The mentality is just amazing. And obviously, she has an attorney, somebody that's going to take this. Like any court's really going to sit there and go, yeah, go ahead. Issue a state ID where you can't tell who they are. So she could hand that license to anybody. Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. Go ahead. Your religion obviously is going to supersede public safety. All the crap that we've got. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Researchers from Spain's University of Valencia took sperm samples from a group of men, then had women rank them in by looks. It turns out that the most handsome guys also had the most potent sperm. In a similar study, researchers from England's University of Nottingham found that women with the nicest voices also turned out to be the prettiest.
Oh, no.
I don't agree with that one either, because chicks call up and when they sound like this, they're huge.
Well, how do you know about the sperm one?
I don't know about that one at all.
Well, you said you don't agree with that one either.
I don't agree with that.
You said you don't agree with either one of them.
I don't agree with that. I don't know.
How do you know about the sperm one?
I don't know nothing about the sperm one.
How the hell they come up with that chick thing? How many times have you heard a chick that sounds hot on the radio and you go see her at an appearance or pull her up on the internet?
Mm-hmm. Frightening.
There are many, many names in Dallas radio I could throw out. Yeah. There are very few that sounded hot that were also cute. Pamela Steele was one of them.
Was one.
Cute. Gail Lightfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Should have pounded that one out of the chance. Who else? I never really saw Tempe Lindsay. Is she hot?
I don't remember. I don't think I ever saw her either.
Wendy, what's her name from Y95?
Westbrook.
She was a piece of ass.
She was.
She not anymore?
Hollywood's been rough on her. She moved out to L.A., was an MTV VJ for a while. And
I know she did a bunch of B movies.
Rough. Because she was smoking when she was here.
Yeah, she did some
she's aged.
Beer poster. Yeah. Like a Miller Lite something.
Miller Genuine Draft.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw her?
I saw her on the web recently, like within the last year.
She really looked dogged?
20 years and 10.
Good.
Hollywood.
Oh, you know when you're that cocky and you think you're going out to Hollywood and you're going to be the next big thing, and it eats you up.
Yeah, it did.
And then you look like somebody's Meemaw. Perfect. She's probably cocky anyway.
She's not that bad, but I wouldn't. If somebody handed me that photo, and I used to work with her,
right,
and said, "Who is this?" I have no clue. She was that different. Good.
Hold on. How we doing, Eddie? Yes, Dave.
Hi, I used to live in Saudi Arabia. This gal in Florida, she's trying to dress like those Saudi women. It'd be like trying to look through a Halloween mask. I wouldn't want that gal on the road with me. And if she wants to be like the Saudi women, then take away her right to vote, take away her right to own property, and let her sit at home and cook her husband food.
Yeah, because she's not Muslim. She's converted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if she wants to live like that, let her live like that completely.
Like I said, I don't think Muslim women have that many rights to begin with. So if you want to start living like that, you don't get a driver's license. You don't get anything else.
That's right. The women in Saudi who dress like that, they are not allowed to drive.
Good.
There you go.
Men only.
Perfect.
So if you want to pull the law and your religion into it, do it all the way. You don't get to drive.
Well, that doesn't really apply here.
She don't get to drive anyway.
I don't want her to have anything. Just the fact that she's going to run around and go, hey, my religious freedoms supersede anything else that's going on. No, it doesn't. You don't have the right to drive. You don't pass all the tests, just like I got to, then you don't get anything. I got to go get my picture taken. I got to go stand in line behind a bunch of people that don't even speak English. I'm going to spend 8 hours just to get to the front of the line and find out that I forgot to bring my Social Security card. I got to go back home and get it. I got to do that. You got to do that. Thank you.
Okay. And finally, will the Cramps get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before Genesis? Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominating committee meets 1 week from today to discuss the potential nominees for 2004. Bands that become eligible in 2004 are like Van Halen, The Cars, The Cure, The Pretenders, Black Flag, The Cramps.
What the hell is Black Flag?
I don't know. Never heard of them. The Cramps.
Never heard of The Cramps.
X and Susie and the Banshees. Here's some of the bands that haven't made it yet into the Hall of Fame. Black Sabbath, Chicago, Alice Cooper.
Why would they put the Cramps, or why would somebody else be nominated?
When you haven't put in Kiss, Leonard Skinner, Traffic, yes.
Well, which Leonard Skinner?
ZZ Top, the real one.
Oh. Not the Lenny Skinner we had?
Not the Lenny Skinner. Never lived that down.
And our next inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Leonard Skinner. Hello.
No.
I wonder who else isn't in there. Is there a website for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I'm sure there is.
I'll look it up. I got a nasty suspicion it's a bunch of people we never heard of.
Well, Cramps and what's X? Have you heard of that?
I don't know what X is. I don't know the Cramps. I don't know the Blood Clots.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh, but you don't know.
I'll bet you Elvis Costello is in there just because they're inducting weird asses. Elvis Costello got no business. The only reason he should be in there is checking to see if the cans are empty. What song has Elvis Costello ever done?
I don't know. The website is rockhall.com, by the way.
Why'd you find that out?
Trey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. How we doing, Eddie? You did great. Yeah, there it is. Enter. Inductees. Let me look at this really quick. Everybody off the site. You're slowing it down. Why did they do that? Can you get anything to come up?
Yeah.
I can't get inductees. Can you?
2003 inductees.
Where is it? I'm clicking on inductees. Nothing's going on.
AC/DC, The Clash, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, The Police.
Elvis Costello.
You're right.
What did I tell you?
You're right. The Police.
Police should be in there.
Uh-huh.
Now, what are you reading? I'm just
scrolling down the 2003 inductees. So obviously they're meeting for the 2004 inductees. There's a full inductee list.
Yeah, do that one.
Performers all the way back to 86. You want any of these? Chuck Berry.
Good.
James Brown.
Good.
Ray Charles.
Okay.
Sam Cooke.
Oh, all right.
Fats Domino.
Yeah.
Everly Brothers.
Okay.
Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Good.
Elvis Presley.
Okay.
Little Richard.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Let me look here. It's 87. Let's get more up to date.
Elvis Costello. Are you reading?
I am. 97 is the Young Rascals, the Bee Gees, Buffalo Springfield, Crosby.
The Bee Gees?
The Bee Gees.
In the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes.
All right.
Buffalo Springfield, Crosby, Stills, Nash, the Jackson 5, Joni Mitchell, and Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah. We want funk.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
All right. The Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, Mamas and the Papas, Lloyd Price, Santana.
Who the hell is Lloyd Price?
No clue. Gene Vincent.
I think Lloyd Price did Personality.
Billy Joel, Curtis Mayfield, Paul McCartney, Del Shannon, Dusty Springfield, Bruce Springsteen, the Staple Singers.
All right.
Eric Clapton, Earth, Wind and Fire, Love and Spoonful, The Moon Glows, Bonnie Raitt, and James Taylor.
Okay.
Aerosmith, Solomon Burke.
Who is that?
No idea.
You know? All right.
The Flamingos, Michael Jackson, Queen, Paul Simon, Steely Dan, and Richie Valens. In 2002, Isaac Hayes, Brenda Lee, Tom Petty and Heartbreakers, Gene Pitney, the Ramones.
Gene Pitney?
Yeah. And the Talking Heads. And then last year, AC/DC, The Clash, Elvis Costello, The Police, and the Righteous Brothers.
The hell, stick the Cramps in there.
Cramps. Cramps and X and Black Flag. It's a weird year.
Have you heard of the Cramps, Dan?
I believe they're a punk band, the same with Black Flag, which was Henry Rollins' first band.
Okay. I'm done.
There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan on Live 105.3. The Talk It Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Are they pulling the voicemail off?
Yes.
Bob's pissed. Have you talked to him?
No.
And he put that pants catcher up over Seabreeze's office.
That thing looks scary. Pants catcher.
Did you get pictures?
Yeah, actually, Chris is going to try to post them on the website. I sent them to him a few minutes ago.
On eddieboyd.com?
Yeah, it should be. He said he's going to put the link on the left-hand side and it'll just say D-Pantser.
Oh. It's a dandy idea.
Yeah.
Bob's not happy about it.
Yes.
And it actually worked.
It looks like it would if it didn't rip his legs open.
Every trap does a little damage.
You'll do that when you get a minute. Look at the email that just says none, sent by Seth Morgan. Find that interesting.
Okay. None. Okay. I thought I was looking for none, like a Catholic.
No, I'm sorry. No, the subject is N-O-N-E.
I was wondering if you would sell that Batmobile for $10,000. If so, get a hold of me. Absolutely. Seth, if you're listening, call in. Straight into the request line.
Wow. Yeah. You could turn some quick coin.
It's not. What's our number?
214-787-1053.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was thinking about unloading it anyway.
I know you were.
Why would he want to give $10,000? He hadn't even seen it. If you're going to drop that much cash on a Batmobile, you should at least come take a look at it and drive it. Yeah, Seth, call in. God, it's funny. He would ask about that right now.
Lose with his cash, I guess.
Yeah. Well, now that'll help pay for the next one.
Right.
Great. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
How are things?
Wonderful.
Good.
Let me just pop right in here.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Traffic is brought to you by Tylock Eye and Laser and Dodge and Bikes and more. On westbound I-30, Tom Landry at Cockrell Hill, a car broke down in the right lane and traffic is stop and go from Westmoreland. On northbound Dallas Tollway at Northwest Highway, the right lane is blocked by a crash. On the south side, westbound 20 at Mountain Creek Parkway, they say there's an object on the roadway in the right lane. Don't know what it is. In Arlington, on northbound 360 at Park Row, only the left lane is getting through, and that crash has traffic backed up to Mayfield. In Louisville, southbound 35, Simmons at FM 3040. There's a wreck, and that one's blocking the left lane. And this also brought to you by Pep Boys. Come into Pep Boys today and get your discounted tickets to the first ever Texas Truck and SUV show coming to the Dallas Market Hall. That's Saturday the 31st and Sunday, June 1st. Pep Boys, the car people. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas.
Thank you, Gail. Going to be beautiful tonight. 67 for the overnight low and sunny and almost 100 tomorrow, up into the mid-90s at least. And maybe now they push the showers back until Sunday. We have 90 degrees currently. Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas.
Okay. Yes, Chad.
How you doing, Russ?
Good.
You haven't heard of Allison or My Aim is True or Angels Want to Wear My Red Shoes or Pump It Up?
Who does that?
Elvis Costello.
Not a clue.
He's really good. He should maybe be in the Hall of Fame, but he's good. He's good. I just wanted to call you and tell you what he'd sang.
Allison. You know, the only reason I know that one is he did an episode of the Larry Sanders Show, and they kept asking him about it. He never sang it. What is that? What's the Allison song?
Allison.
I don't know how it goes. What's it about?
About a girl, Allison. Yeah. But I'm not going to sing it for you.
Oh, okay.
I know this world is killing you, Allison. My aim is true.
It reminds me. You hear from Joe King?
I have not heard from Joe. He sent me a quick email, but it was about nothing. It made no reference to yesterday or his brother being on.
Did you ask him to call in?
I requested that he call.
What did he say?
He has not emailed me back. I understand from his brother he goes to the library to use the computer. So he's not like on the computer all day.
But obviously he listens all the time because he keeps calling in.
Right.
And he's making references to different stuff about the show in his emails.
Right. And he obviously has to walk up to the Walgreens payphone to call us. Oh, man.
I really think we can straighten him out. And you know what? I'm not buying that chick from that mental health group, the Mammy.
NAMI. It's an N.
What does it stand for?
National Alliance for Mentally Ill.
Well, what is Mammy?
No, that's what they used to call black moms, I guess. I don't know.
Huh. Anyway, I don't agree with that chick from the Mammy organization, only because they always treat things, you got to go in, and you got to be very soft, and you have to address them very non-confrontational. Well, what do you think got them in that position to begin with? Everybody is
2 in a row, man. Why? What are you on now, broccoli again?
Back on broccoli. Boca Burgers and broccoli.
Lovely.
By B&B Diet.
Ooh. Okay.
And a little shrimp.
Love shrimp.
Now he brings the food to me.
Oh.
Sorry. Yes, Jason.
Hey, I call you every time you complain about Elvis Costello. His biggest hit was Every Day I Write the Book.
Never heard it.
Yes, you have.
I have not.
Dude, in the early 80s, it was like automatic panty stripper. You could get any girl you wanted.
How does the song go?
Chapter 1, Chapter 2, that's when I fell in love with you. Said you'd stay with me by the middle of Chapter 3, but you were up to your old tricks in Chapters 4, 5, and 6.
And what's the name of the song again?
Every Day I Write the Book.
All right. Eddie, see if Bob or somebody has that. Well, bring up the music log in here. Maybe Bob's got some crap program for the weekends. Do the artist. Oh, he's got an Elvis Costello. Load it, please. Thank you. Elvis Costello called Watching the Detectives, 4:15. It's live, 105.
That girl starts one with a defect till a plain shrink grabs so correct. That dog's under illegal legs.
Does anybody know this?
Nope.
What the hell's it doing in this library?
There's tons of stuff in that library that nobody knows. Tune in some weekend.
I don't want it.
She's watching the detectives. Ooh, he's so cute. She's watching the detectives. When
They put this moron in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Even
people that like him can only name a couple of songs.
Long shot, a dead jumping sign. Visible shield.
It's junk. We program this station for a weekend.
Bob should let you have it one weekend.
Just give me an hour. Turn this place around. What does he program? Saturdays?
I don't know. I can't.
Saturday and Sunday. Give me Sunday. Just give me all day Sunday. I'll straighten this station out. Elvis Costello.
Man, that'd be great if you did that. He gave you a couple hours on Sunday. I'd tune in the boat, have one station you can listen to.
Yes, Rachel?
Hey, Russ.
Yes, ma'am.
You know how you're always making fun of fat people and saying what kind of good shape you're in? Well, I've been following Scott Sam's B-log on the web and how he's lost weight.
What's a B-log?
His bio-log. It's not like a tutor. It's just a log of what he's doing on his diet.
Oh, it's like a diary.
Yes.
All right.
And he's lost 12 pounds.
Oh, he has not.
And 13% body fat.
No, he hasn't. I don't know. He can type whatever he wants. I saw him this morning on the news because I didn't know Channel 8 did news at 9 o'clock.
Right.
So I started watching.
Why don't you do your own B-log and give us hints and tips every day?
I don't have any tips to give you. Stop shoving stuff down your throat. There's my B-log for the. Why do they call it a B-log?
I don't know. Biolog, did you say?
He says it's his B-log. You can go to the WFAA site and it says B-log. So I don't know if he's dropping stuff or what, but it says B-log archive.
Scott Sam.
And he says his belt buckle was on 5 and now it's back to 1 or something. I've gone from the first belt loop.
Then he's poking new holes in it belt.
He's got one of those little hole punchers.
Oh, I think this is called a blog, not a B-log.
Oh, it's a blog. Well, it sounds like a tutor to me.
May 28th, that was yesterday.
It was his last entry.
This will be the last entry into my blog. During the past 4 months, I've heard wonderful stories of success, encouragement, prayer, and compliments. Since I began my journey for a healthier lifestyle, I've lost... No, he hasn't.
3 inches just from his stomach?
No, he hasn't. I've gone from the first belt loop on my belt to the 5th one. My eating habits are improved. I sleep better than I ever have. I've heard from... You know why he stopped, and this is going to be his last entry in this, is because he's given up.
What, he's about to explode?
Yeah.
Well,
I can only imagine what it would sound like if Scott Sam's at one point in time were to explode on a set of Channel 8.
What?
Well, can't you give us some, daily advice? You were going to do something with
Tonight, a Dallas man is suing the city and a police narcotics officer. The man claims he was wrongly targeted as a drug dealer. News 8 has learned that the officer being sued is already under investigation in connection with the Dallas police fake drug scandal. Channel 8's Brett Shipp has more.
Inside.
Do what?
I think that would be an interesting sight to see him explode.
Why do you think this is going to be his last entry? Because I'm telling you, once somebody starts losing weight and they see the progress, they get excited, and then they want to start telling everybody. You don't get on the internet and go, all right, this is going to be my last entry.
Well, what's happened with Tassos? I thought we were going to do something with Tassos.
I don't know.
You were going to help him get all skinny and get him on a diet. I thought maybe
I never heard from him.
Tassos. So he quit.
I don't know what he's doing.
All right. Well, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
He was sticking to it for a while because we had some food out there and he wouldn't eat it.
How's Tassos doing on his diet?
He just lost 3.5 pounds over 3 days, so he's over his plateau.
How much has he lost total?
I'd say about 8.5, 9 pounds, I think.
What did he cut back on?
Well, the last 3 days he actually started on the Atkins thing. He just kind of eased his way into it.
Dude, not the Atkins. McNeil talking him into that?
No, I think he just has seen Billy and Chulo from Wild 100 have been doing it.
But it's not going to be a long-term thing. McNeil is one of the few people that I've actually seen that's lost a bunch of weight and figured out how to keep it off. And I think Bob is taking this too seriously, and he's lost too much weight.
Well, I'm trying to let him know, just make sure you watch what you're eating and not to go overboard with it. Otherwise, you end up looking like Bob at some point.
Good luck keeping your weekend show.
Yeah.
Even though my blog entries are ending, my journey for a healthier lifestyle continues. Thank you for your support, and thank you for watching Channel 8. Sincerely, Scott Sams. No, things aren't going well, and that's why he's stopping. He can type whatever he wants on here. You don't really see that much from the stomach down anyway. He can say he's lost 15 inches.
Yeah.
My ass is great. I've got great legs. I'm going to work on my upper half on this next part of the diet.
Jesus. Hey.
But there was a story in the news last week. This Atkins thing, fat's back in.
Yep, that's cool.
Everybody questioned it, and now they said, yeah, well, maybe it does work. But they also said it doesn't work long term.
Right.
I'm sure McNeil would argue that.
Mm-hmm. It did work for some people. It was tragic for me, but it worked for some people.
I forget, would you say you lost 40 pounds?
Yes.
Gained it back in the course of what?
Probably about 3 months.
All right. Because as soon as you start putting the carbs back on, if you go back to the way you ate before, you're going to, just like any other diet, you're going to put all the stuff on. I couldn't deal with it. I tried it for like a month, and just that meaty taste that you get.
Constantly.
It never went away. It's almost like you had no grains or anything to get the meat taste out of your mouth. It was cool for 3 or 4 weeks, having eggs and bacon and cheese. I hadn't had Colby cheese in probably 20 years.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Just shows you can do that occasionally and not hurt yourself. But it just as a diet, I don't see it.
As a lifestyle, no, I don't get it. But I was taking in too many carbs. Mm-hmm. I never looked at that. I just looked at fat. It's like, God, I can't give up everything. You give up fat and carbs. That's why for lunch, I don't even think about it. That's why I have the Boca burgers and the broccoli, and that's it.
And you mix them with onions, did you say? Grilled onions?
Yeah.
Because the Boca burger by itself is a little plain.
You hit it with Worcestershire.
Okay.
How do you cook yours?
I do a marinade that I make up myself.
Okay. And then how do you cook it?
I would just... Sometimes, if I have time, I put them on the grill and do 6 or 8 at a time.
A Boca burger?
Yeah.
You don't cook those things like that.
Why?
Because it's not meat.
Well,
all you got to do is warm it up.
Well, other than that, throw it in the microwave.
Microwave is the best. Cover it up. That way it stays moist, doesn't dry out on you.
Okay.
Hit it with Worcestershire. Throw some fat-free cheese on it.
That's what I did.
Grilled onions. And you know what you got? You get your man-side meal.
Yeah. You have 2 or 4? I forgot.
I have 2 for lunch and broccoli. And then for dinner, I'll have that, some shrimp, and some broccoli. Then on the weekends, I'll eat whatever.
As long as you reward yourself, occasionally you get off of it, but you don't need to lose any weight, God knows.
I'm thinking about hypnosis for weight loss.
You? For what? What would you want to lose? What are you, 160?
About 165.
At 6 foot
6 foot.
That's too lean.
No, it's not. Look at this fat.
You don't have
Look
anything.
at this
I don't
peach.
want to look at it.
Look.
You don't have any fat.
Pinch it.
I don't want to.
Pinch it.
No. Didn't we do your body fat one time?
Yes.
And?
It was like 18%.
Which is,
that's
those
too much.
scales run high, so you're probably more like 14 or 15%, because I went to the 24-hour fitness, did the caliper deal, and it was about 3 or 4% lower than it showed on the scales.
My body fat should be 5%.
No.
Yes, it should.
No. You're not an athlete. You don't spend 7 or 8 hours a day in a gym. You work. So the average, that's really very average for a male.
Fine.
You're going to pull a McNeil on us and start looking sickly.
I've gotten too thin before, but luckily my diet didn't support that.
Mm-hmm.
You just get paranoid. I don't buy new clothes. When I buy new clothes, I don't change the sizes. Because if I can't get into the pants that I had...
Right. Well, you're disciplined. A lot of people are not. A lot of people driving around, oh man, I forgot to get something to eat. There's McDonald's. It's easy.
I don't enjoy that. Because if you're driving and you're eating, you don't really mentally recognize the fact that you're eating.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost just like a task. And you don't remember it later. And you're hungry and you're thinking, well, I got to get something to eat because I haven't eaten. You totally space it. I like to make a meal an event.
That's good. That's why there's lower heart problems in places like Italy, because every meal is an event. They don't even know fast food over there. So drink wine.
What are we talking about for that chick called about fat? Oh, Joe King.
Joe King, yeah.
I ain't buying that mammy crap.
NAMI.
Whatever.
Why?
Just because.
If you go in there and aggravate him, he's liable to get violent. You don't know.
Obviously, taking the logical approach isn't working. His brother tried to go over there and talk to him.
Right.
He won't come out of the house.
True.
People always want to go up and go, well, they're sick and you have to treat them like that. No, you go up and go, look, stop being an idiot. Let's go get this straightened out, then we'll get some drinks.
The problem is that they don't know they're being idiots. It's like if I said, you, come with me, I think you're sick. You'd go, no, I'm not. Leave me alone. No, I know better. You're going to come with me. We're going to go to the doctor.
Okay, why am I sick?
Because you're delusional. You're saying things. You're saying you have a radio show in Dallas, and you're number one.
I have a radio show.
Sure you do.
I do.
Okay. Yeah.
Here are the ratings.
You could have typed those up.
I didn't type these up. These came from Arbitron.
Arbitron. You even misspelled Arbitron.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
You're pissing me off.
See? There you go. Because in your mind, you dang well know that you have all this stuff. You drive a Batmobile and you have a radio
I do
show.
have a Batmobile.
Come with me. I know better. Come with me.
What's in there? I'm not going in that room.
Come here. There you go. Sit down.
Nothing wrong with my eyes. All right. First of all, he likes us. Somebody sent me an email that said they heard him on a talk show last night, on a radio talk show. And they said he was talking about something normal.
Right.
And then, who does the overnight show on KRLD?
Charlie Jones, I believe.
Okay. Then I guess at the end, Charlie Jones asked him, what do you do? And he goes, well, I've won two Academy Awards. And I was a stunt double in James Bond. Which obviously totally discounted everything he said up until that point.
Yeah.
We get him up here, we'll strap him down, have Dr. Hamilton look at him, decide what medicine that he needs.
Okay.
Zap him with Trank, let him go.
You have to drive him over. He doesn't have a car. You have to go get somebody pick him up.
Well, then we can go and get him. Where does he live? Burles?
Benbrook, I believe.
Okay. Have somebody go get him, stick him in a room with Dr. Hamilton. Dr. Hamilton's a smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
Won't take him long to figure out what the hell's wrong with him. And if he's actually on the wrong medicine, obviously he is. He won't come out of the house and talk to his family if he's talking to his brother through a closed window.
Yes.
He's not on the right medication.
No.
We can straighten him out.
I think definitely could help him if he'd allow us to. His brother says he's freaked out by doctors. They over-medicate me.
Well, he's taking medicine that he got from a doctor now anyway.
Yeah.
So obviously he trusts doctors to a certain degree. All we got to do is move him over to Dr. Hamilton.
To the right.
Get him in a room, duct tape him to the wall.
No.
Have Hamilton figure out what he needs.
No.
Hit him with Trank, let him go.
With a Trank? Yeah. Why?
You always hit him with Trank before you turn him loose.
Oh, I see.
You got time to get away.
Oh. I forgot. Yeah. Used to watch that on Doctari. I forgot now.
Yeah. That's what I always used to do, was cross that line.
Yeah. I remember.
Thank you. Can we break?
Please.
All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
That's Parliament.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is, okay.
We were talking about earlier in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay. We do news last, about an hour?
Been just about an hour, yeah.
Okay. Load that up for me, Eddie. They pulled McNeil's voicemail yet?
Yeah, he's just, David Stone's gone, and the guy that took over for him has got backlogged.
Oh, is it Lee Harris?
Yes.
Okay. Same one that cut the movie trading spot?
Yes.
Jean-Luc Picard?
Yes.
The USS Inner Tube. Maybe he's busy in the back waiting for Scotty to buzz him up.
He didn't say Inner Tube.
Is it John Locke Picard?
He did say that.
Which one is it? 3?
Set a course for out-of-this-world action-adventure with Star Trek Nemesis, now available to own on DVD and video at the Movie Trading Company. Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah. All right. Oh, you know what? I brought some audio from something that I forgot about yesterday. Let me think what I did with it.
I always lose crap when I bring it in. There it is.
Just reinforces how gullible you are, and your kid can pull anything off on you.
Okay. Is this audio of my son?
No.
Oh.
Just audio of you, one of the many times that we pulled a hose job on you.
Oh, okay.
See if you can remember when this one was.
Okay.
Figured out yet?
No.
Just kidding.
Oh.
Morning. See your driver's license, please. Is this your car, sir? Yeah. I'll also need to see your proof of insurance.
Addison?
Yeah. Fall of 89.
Yes. Where'd you find this?
I was going through all the copies of the TV show. I forgot about this. I just pulled the audio.
I'm not gullible. I'm trusting. I trust people.
That's gullible.
It's not. It's trusting.
I think gullible's nicer than saying stupid.
I'm not stupid. I'm just trusting. I trusted you not to screw me over. And I was wrong. And have been repeatedly ever since.
You would think after a while you'd figure it out. Never trust anything. Your kids figured out how gullible you are.
Well, not gullible as much as I'm his dad and I love him and I trust him and I want him to do.
But you know you can't, and I'm not saying this is a reason not to love him, but you know you can't trust him.
And I don't. That's why I called the Radio Shack manager.
That was a good call. I wouldn't have thought about that.
And I'm going to call the hospital to see what exactly was done.
He can break his foot. I'm sure he sprained it.
No, he probably sprained it. I don't know. If it's broken in 2 places, I have a hard time thinking within a week he could walk on a beach, a sandy beach.
And he took it off in front of you, the cast.
Oh, yeah, repeatedly. He walks around on it.
And that didn't...
I don't know how bad what a broken foot feels like. I don't know if you can't walk on it or if you can after a few days. Or, I don't know.
I don't think bones heal in 2 or 3 days.
I don't think it was healed, but
I got a cut on my hand from 2 weeks ago. Ain't healed yet.
I know.
Probably cancer anyway.
It's not cancer.
Is what is it when wounds don't heal?
Nothing. You've been picking at it, probably.
I ain't been picking at it. It won't heal. What is that? Whatever it is, I got it. When things don't heal,
you don't have anything.
Some kind of...
You pick on stuff. When you get a little thing, you pick on it.
It's probably some kind of flesh-eating bacteria. See? And I even came to work, and I got this wound that won't heal right here.
I know. I told him, I said, for me not to go into work, there better be a blood shooting out of at least 3 orifices. And traction.
There's that. What's that doing? Mr. Ryan, the reason I stopped you is I ran your tag on your car. Comes back with a related hit. You had a ticket recently? I had a, let's see. Is that current? No, that's not current. I had a ticket out at Irving. Irving? Is that, but I mean, you know. Is that where you're living now, or are you living at this address? I live in, yeah. Okay, do you have your new insurance card? 710, I need to check.
You don't do well with traffic stops.
Why? I was just looking for my stuff. I didn't have it all together.
Hey, I got a chicken nugget.
I didn't have everything all together. And yes, I do get nervous. I believe everybody gets nervous when they get pulled over.
I don't.
Yes, you do. No, don't tell me you don't even the least bit nervous.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, used to it. You never get pulled over.
I was nice that cop pulled me over on the tollway.
I'm nice to him.
I wasn't rattled. Of course, I ain't toting a bong in my car.
Oh, I wasn't toting a bong either, nor a gun back then.
Why you rattled?
But just because getting stopped makes me
just a
rattled.
traffic stop.
I don't like being stopped. I don't know anybody that does. Your heart doesn't race a little bit when you get pulled over.
Check one. 710. last name is Ryan.
That's where we beat out your personal
white
info.
male, 11, 14, 56.
Subject Brian, white male, 11, 14, 56. One more confirmed at Dallas PD for speeding.
That's impossible. And the fine amount? That's impossible. That's impossible. 238.50. That's impossible. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back for me.
I love this part. Told Ralph
forgot.
I told Ralph to get you in the car and beat you.
Totally forgot about this.
We were doing it for the TV show. He wasn't hip on that.
Oh, no, we don't want it. Can we? No. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. I'm not going to run from Turn around, Mr. Ryan. Put your hands behind your back. This is absurd. Don't do this. It doesn't look good. Just turn around. Relax.
I forget, what were we doing in Addison? Because the reason that we were able to have you pulled over because we were doing something there, and I knew what time you were going to be coming up. I think it was Midway.
Mm-hmm.
What time you were going to be coming up Midway, so we had one of the Addison cops waiting on you.
Yeah, I saw him sitting there.
I know, but
I believe he pulled out, but we were going to shoot, that's when they had the Dallas Grand Prix was in Addison, and we're going to go shoot a thing with the mayor.
That's right.
And drive the cars.
Okay.
That's the only reason I brought this up, is because I knew if they take me downtown, you're going to be standing around waiting for me to show up in the shoot.
No. You know what? On this audio, I don't remember you actually saying, you copping, do you know who I am?
I never said, do you know who I am? I said, I'm here to do a TV shoot or something or other.
Joe King's on the phone. Hi, Joe.
Yeah, man, that's a good idea. I'll be happy to, stop by the radio station if it's a psychiatrist, whatever, examine me. In fact, the time I was on the Rock and Roll Zoo in August 1978,
yes.
I think all the station would agree that if instead of the police, if a psychiatrist had come there,
right,
that they'd all have been a lot happier.
I think I missed the story about the Rock and Roll Zoo. What about what about the police?
Well, the last Saturday in August 1978, the DJ across the hall at the zoo, I was working at WFAA.
Okay.
He was arrested in the middle of his air shift, so I filled in as DJ on the Rock and Roll Zoo, and the police showed up again, and tried to I talked to them over the air, so it was a bad scene.
Why did they show up again?
Apparently, they didn't care for what was being broadcast. Yeah, just kind of like, your show sometimes.
I know, but the police can't call you up and bitch at you because of what you're doing on the air.
Yeah, actually, two Dallas police officers showed up. Charlotte Taylor was there. Everybody heard it.
What did they have a problem with? What was going on the air they had a problem with?
I don't recall the exact hour, but, they did show up. I don't recall exactly what was said or done that prompted them. But, Well, if I was talking on the air and the cops showed up and they said, I got a problem with something that just happened on the air, I would probably remember that. Well,
were you playing a deep cut that they had a problem with?
No, I do recall there was one joke we used to have turntables back then.
Right.
And I said in that zoo voice, I said, no, let me, take the needle out of my arm and put it back in the turntable or something like that.
Okay.
And then, sure enough, one of the police officers walked in and he said, you said you had a needle in your arm? Let me see your arms. So, yeah. That was just a joke.
I get that.
Yeah.
It's a damn fine joke. It's too bad it makes me sad we don't have turntables anymore, because I'd love to use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't mind seeing a doctor up here?
Oh, no.
Well, your brother said you was scared of doctors.
No, that's I'll talk to you about it in person instead over the phone, all right?
Why?
No, I'm not afraid of doctors. In fact, I've seen a psychologist for like 5 years, and he's a high-profile psychologist, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is it we're getting two different stories from Joe and his brother?
I don't know.
His brother says he didn't want to go see a doctor because you're afraid that they're going to over-medicate you.
Well, see, my brother has always had a problem, like, at the Live and Let Die command performance. When I was there talking with all the
my mistake.
He made a real bad
all right.
You tried to reason with him.
Well, he just sounds so normal, you almost want to buy what he's saying. But he does say you want to come up and see the doctor.
Him.
We'll have to get him around.
Okay. So what can you do?
All right. But you don't mind seeing either Dr. Hamilton or somebody else that we get that's a psychiatrist?
No, No. In fact,
because you'd love to find out if you're accidentally on the wrong medication.
Yeah, but see, the jobs that I've had, people can tell you whenever there's law enforcement or firefighters or anybody, I always cooperate with all the people, and I'm very relaxed. That's the way I was on the radio and stuff like that. It's the other people around me that freak out, and that's what makes it, gives that atmosphere.
Right. Yeah, if they would just calm down, things would be fine.
Sure. Exactly.
So, did your brother show up at the house the other night?
Yeah, and he wanted to come in, and I simply, didn't want to let him in,
I got to tell you, except for some of the things that Joe says, he really sounds the more normal person between him and his brother.
Well, his brother was talking very low because he was at work. He's just concerned about him.
Well,
he loves you, and he's a very good brother. A lot of brothers would have said, screw you and get out of my life. He was a very understanding man.
I think I'm with Joe on this one. Are you still there, Joe?
Yeah. Now, how would you feel if every time you did something unusual on the radio, your brother, drove across town and walked into the studio,
How many times you do crazy stuff on the air?
Every once in a while.
Where are you right now?
I'm at that Walgreens in Benbrook.
Oh.
Did you give your car away to somebody a couple weeks ago?
No, actually what happened is my fiance took it, and something happened with law enforcement, and she was putting down
law enforcement thing
my
again.
parents' home in Arlington was the legal address and anything, and it's a long, complicated story, but no, I didn't give the car away. No, my fiance drove it, apparently.
Okay. And it ended up in the police pound.
Yeah, but my fiance is also an actress, so, just like I'm an actor and she's an actress, she's allowed some dramatic license,
I don't understand what that means.
Well, she may have done it for a reason.
But in the police pound?
Well, let's go into that in person, all right?
What are you leaving out here, Joe?
Well, you've heard of the royal family, right? Like, Prince Charles, Prince Andrew, Prince William, Prince Harry. She's a member of the royal family. It's true.
Every time you say something that's kind of questionable, you follow it up with, it's true. So you must recognize that sounds unusual.
Yeah. You have to admit, every time you tell us something like that, you know that we're not going to buy it, or we're going to at least question it because you have to go,
it's true.
It's true.
Well, let's put it this way. Either something is a fact or it's a fantasy. In that case, when you're telling true facts, it's not a hallucination or a delusion.
Understand.
I don't.
Hey, if your brother called in, would you talk to him on the air or not?
Not from here, but if I was in the studio, yeah, I'd do it then.
Well, I mean, if he called in, you were on the phone. That way, if you got upset, you could just hang up.
I don't know. Something about that makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know why. I don't want Joe to feel uncomfortable.
No.
We like Joe. I have now considered to make Joe part of the studio family.
I like Joe. Joe and I go way back, 20 years.
And if he's on the wrong medication, we get him on the right stuff.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at the great thing we've done this year that we can stop. What days do you have free, Joe?
Actually, tomorrow's Friday. That would be fine.
Tomorrow Friday?
Mm-hmm. Short week, remember?
What is a short week?
Monday we were off.
Oh.
Monday's the day you lay around waiting for your girlfriend.
Bitch. All right. Let's see if, we got to figure out a way to get you up here.
You got to get a ride from Benbrook over to here and back.
We can I'll tell you what, let me go send JD an email with instructions on exactly how to get to my home, and he can send back an email and say either meet us at the home or like right around the block at such and such a place.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
That'll work.
I'll send that out in about 10 minutes here.
That'll be great. Thank you, Joe.
Okay.
All right. Fabulous Joe King. All right. You explain to me the differences here. His brother says he don't want to see anybody for any reason. Now he wants to come up.
He doesn't want to see family members. He thinks they meddle.
He said he doesn't want to see any other doctor because they say they over-medicate, or Joe thinks they're going to over-medicate him.
That's two different stories. He also said his girlfriend, who he gave the car to, his brother says is a total stranger, is in the Parliament.
He didn't say Parliament. He said the royal family.
Well, the royal family, I'm sorry.
Parliament did. We got the funk.
A royal family, I'm sorry.
She could have bloodlines to the royal family.
Russ Martin, you quit this.
She could. I'm sure if you checked my lineage, I could link it to something freaky in our past.
Okay.
My grandparents are from Sicily. I'm sure I probably have mafia ties.
Okay. Explain the Academy Awards.
Never won one.
No. Joe's.
There are ways that you can win Academy Awards.
Yes.
Through certain internet sites.
Explain writing Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan.
You know what? There are a lot of times that you talk with people in the movie industry and you throw out ideas and they actually steal them and they make them their own. He could have had a long conversation about this.
You're getting a lithium drip.
I'm not getting one. I don't want one. People steal stuff all the time.
That's true.
He could have family and friends in show business throw out some ideas and they abscond with them.
I see. And making love with Jane Seymour in the parking lot while the police watch?
She's a whore.
Yeah. Okay. You got me.
I can't tell you how many different times we would have little tay-to-tays.
You guys. Gotcha. Well, then Joe doesn't need any help at all, does he?
He's a nut.
But a really nice one. He really is a nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, if he was being an a-hole, then we'd have been done with him a long time ago. Joe will get fixed. Gary, we're going to leave a bedwetter.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with Gary. Gary's functional. He's got a job. Joe's just got a few problems. We get him on the right medicine, he'll turn into a productive nut. Mm-hmm. I don't think he'll ever be cured.
No.
Anybody thinks they're banging Jane Seymour and they wrote Star Trek and they got 2 Academy Awards, that's a pretty serious nut. But he seems like a happy one.
Well, we can stabilize it. Where he doesn't twist off and become antisocial. It's a hard time for him. He's going through a divorce. It's never.
But obviously he's gotten past it. He's got a fiancée.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Okay. That's what he says. You hear the words coming out of your mouth?
Well, why do I not have a... And he always says it's true.
Okay, I'll shut up then.
We have to break. Oh. I'm not sure which way to go with this.
Which is?
Well, his brother sounds very convincing, yet a slight...
His brother is in the here and now. His brother's not claiming to do things he didn't ever do. His brother's got a job and raising 2 kids. His brother admits he's on medication.
Why is Joe so anxious to see a doctor?
He's anxious to get up here and be on the radio.
Oh.
And he'll turn that into something.
Well, but when we get him up here, that's when we duct tape him to the wall, have Dr. Hamilton sit with him, figure out what medicine he needs, and then...
Hit him with a trank, let him go. Okay. That'll work.
We can get George to go pick him up tomorrow with Ultimate Limousines, drive to Benbrook, bring him over here. I don't know how long. I don't even know if Dr. Hamilton's available tomorrow. He may not be able to come up.
Maybe we'll get somebody up here from the National Alliance for the...
I don't think the Mammy people can help him.
Mammy.
They seem to want to take too passive of a...
Well, you're not going to fix him in 2 minutes.
Why not?
It's taken 20 years to get here.
You get him in here, you duct tape him to the wall, and you make him say, I never won an Academy Award, I never banged Jane Seymour, I didn't write Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Right.
Hit me with a trank and let me go.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
You know how much McNeil pays every month for golf fees?
Golf fees? It's very expensive. Does it pay per month, or is it each time he goes?
If you're paying more than $30 a month to play golf,
I promise you,
you're getting jammed.
Not really.
We're sitting in his office. We had to take down the pants catcher
Why?
Oh, because he's pissed off. He goes, he's going to kill Siebert with it.
It was very well designed.
Yeah. Are the pictures up on your website now? Yes. EddieBoy.com. Look over on the left of the website. So then we're talking about golf and other stuff. I'm just trying to appease him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you people listen to that?
I don't think they do listen to that particular song.
I think they do. He goes, yeah, you know, my greens fees or not my greens fees. I got to pay $3.25 a month to play golf.
Unlimited?
I don't know.
That's a great deal.
No, it's not. He goes, well, when you break it down, what do you got to break down? It's $3.25 a month. I don't do anything that costs me $325 a month.
Golf is even at some of the public courses, it's $50 to play one game.
Why?
It's just what it costs. Green fees. Keep the thing nice. I mean, those are not, he's playing at really top-end country clubs.
$25 a month.
When we were members of Northwood Country Club, my father played golf.
Really?
And back then, this was in the late 60s. Mm-hmm. We paid $10,000 a year to be a member.
No wonder your kid don't want to work. You come from an affluent family.
My father worked his whole life. We paid that kind of money because my father was an electrical engineer for Westinghouse.
Okay.
So we didn't. Nobody got any money handed to them.
Obviously you did.
I most certainly did not. I worked since I was 14.
What kind of toys did you get for Christmas?
Very nice toys.
See?
Well, we could afford it.
Okay.
I'm sorry that you couldn't afford them. My father worked very hard, and I'm sure your father did too.
I didn't get good toys for Christmas.
Everybody has different budgets. What? What'd you get?
I remember Christmas in 1966.
I remember that year, okay. Yeah, you'd have been 6. What'd you get?
A SWA-E.
What? A SWA-E? You did not. You're making things up.
That's all we could afford.
You're delusional again.
I open up this box, and right in the middle of it is a SWA-E.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what a SWA-E is?
Uh-uh.
Tell me what it is, Eddie. SWA-E.
I don't know what it is.
Idiots.
Sorry.
Do you know how to... It's an E. It's a pronunciation for it.
I'm sorry.
That's all.
I get it. You got a letter of the alphabet.
I'm thinking of a toy.
That's what I was thinking.
No. It's what I got. We had no money. So in a box, he put a SWA-E.
What'd you get the next year? An ampersand?
That's what Mark got. We swapped off back and forth. Hated Christmas. And how do you take that out front and play with it? Everybody else has got, bicycles and rock'em sock'em robots.
Yeah.
I got to stand out in the street with my SWA-E.
No, I'm sure you got toys.
Oh, later in life I got toys. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones they beat us with.
No. You got Hot Wheels?
Yeah. What'd they do with the track?
They beat you. Did they really, or are you making that up? Did you really get hit with a Hot Wheels track?
Absolutely.
Damn. That would hurt.
While it was still in the trunk of the car.
No. So, back to that. Golf is very expensive. That was just to be a member of the club.
SWA-E.
Okay.
Things like this, I'm really wondering if Infinity feels like they're getting their money's worth.
Yes, they do. Yeah, look at the ratings. You're right. They don't get their money's worth.
We paying that guy on there to say he got a SWA-E for Christmas. And they put a pants catcher over my office. Get this guy out of here.
Pants catcher? When I first saw him, I went, what the hell are you doing? It's a pants catcher. Oh.
And speaking of the alphabet, here comes Mr. Trey Trenholm, who is like the silent E. Looks good, but doesn't really do anything.
You know what? I'm working my ass off on this parade.
What are you doing?
Just A lot of stuff.
I thought everybody already had their notices. We're just waiting for them to confirm.
Apparently not.
Who didn't get what? Didn't Close send out like 30, 40 faxes? Or 50?
There are a lot of departments that evidently didn't get them.
You think he's not doing it?
I think the faxes went out. I don't know. I mean, it's an unreliable, sometimes unreliable method, so may have gotten lost or whatever, but I'm just making sure that the invitations are in the right hands of right people in the departments.
All right. So what can I do for you?
I have this for you. That would be the edited version of Bob's voicemail. Track 2.
Thank you. Track 1, unedited?
Unedited.
Okay.
And you would have used up all the delay in the first.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How was the thing loaded, Eddie? Would it actually just drop down on him, the pants catcher?
Yeah, the actual hula hoop I filled with lead shot from some shotgun shells. And
that's very ingenious.
It had rubber bands. When he opened the door, the rubber bands would have released it because it was on slip knots. And it would have just pulled straight down, and it should have tore all of his clothes off.
It was cool.
Can't wait to see the pictures.
Wearing a $1,000 suit, he's gonna shred it.
I want his pants. Just as a trophy now.
Okay.
It's not that I want to see him naked. Although it looks like he's got a nice ass. Anybody else in what?
He looks like he has a nice ass.
He does. Dave Siebert.
Mm-hmm.
What, anybody else confirmed for the parade?
Richardson. Police Department.
Oh, you say gold and silver. All right, good. So what are we up to now? 30 agencies?
We're up to 30 agencies.
Any more military? The Navy's confirmed, right?
No, Navy is about 99% sure.
Okay.
It's because it's a month away. They felt positive, but they'll know. I think we'll know something definite from them tomorrow. Air Force looks real good. So
what are they bringing? F-16?
No.
Or is that the Navy?
I'm not even sure. I think they both fly F-16s. I don't know.
They bring anything that flies?
I don't think so. But I can try.
They got tanks?
I don't think the Air Force has tanks.
How are we going to get aerial photos?
We got that helicopter company that was going to help us with Happy the Clown.
Okay. Because this is going to be too big to use a crane like we did last year.
Well, if we line all the cars up sideways, side by side, instead of straight back to where you only really see the first 4 or 5 cars, like the idiot that lined them up last year, do side by side, do a panoramic shot, just like they used to do in high school.
Good idea.
Be a great picture.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody sending any helicopters or anything?
I'm working on that. That is a possibility.
Police department?
Yes.
Those would look cool hovering in the background. Be an outstanding shot.
It's going to be a big parade.
Good. Well, you're doing a fine, fine job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just waiting for the slam.
No slam. I hear you in the office. Every time I go in there, you're talking to a new department. You're doing a fine job. Being very producer-like. So can you hang on to that?
Okay.
Okay. Embrace the moment.
I am.
Good. Yes, Nick.
Hey there. I just wanted to check and see if you heard anything about Laura Miller deciding for the Dallas Police Department that they're not going to let them order any more Crown Victorias.
Yeah, I get that story.
Yeah, I heard, I believe it was on advice of the city's attorney. They said they were going to stop ordering Crown Vics. I even think the city attorney has sent a letter to Ford wanting them to make that a priority to get the... Here's the thing that I don't get. Has anybody done a test on one of the other cars that cops drive?
Like an Impala or something?
Because here's the thing. You take a car and hit it 70, 80 miles an hour while it's sitting still, I'll bet most of them are going to burst into flames. And since
something's supposed to go wrong.
Since 8 out of 10 police cars on the road are Crown Vics, is that right? About 80%?
That is correct.
All right. It just seems like those are going to be the ones that if there's more of something out on the road, the odds of it being a Crown Vic obviously are greater. I just can't believe Ford hasn't gone out and taken, or anybody hasn't gone out and taken an Impala and just smashed something in the back of it to see what happens. There's got to be a test or a crash test or a survey or something someplace that I'm not aware of, because this just seems too easy to figure out. Is it the Crown Vic, or is it any car that you can't smash at 80 miles an hour?
I agree.
Instead
if you create the wrong circumstances for any kind of wreck, then you can never test what's going to go wrong. It's just one wreck that causes that one flame to spark, and you're out of luck. But that's no reason to, say the whole car series is bad.
Well, here's what I'm afraid of. And there again, there's got to be something that I'm missing, because this doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid they're going to just focus on the Crown Vics, and it's not a Crown Vic problem. It's a safety problem with all cars. So they either need to change the procedure when cops pull you over, make sure you get off the road. Totally. Yeah. That's like when I got stopped on the tollway. Even though I knew I was going to get a ticket, there's no reason to leave that officer with his ass hanging out in the road. There's just no reason for it.
Yeah, well, the Crown Vic itself has got the 5-star EPA crash rating, and that's the government testing the car, and you can't get any higher than 5 stars. So these cars that blow up, it's just the worst circumstances that happens to them, and you can't test for it, because if you could, I guess the government would already be doing it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, I'm missing something, because how hard would it be, for Ford to get a couple other cars and smash them at 70, 80 and go, look, any car is going to blow up at that speed. Thank you, Nick.
And they don't blow up all the time. It says here since 83, 14 officers, including one from Dallas, of course, died in crashes when the tank exploded, when he hit from behind. So it's 14 in how many years? That's a lot, but how many more got hit that didn't explode?
I don't know.
Automaker has denied the cars are dangerous, but did initiate a program to retrofit older models with a plastic shield designed to better protect the gas tanks. But she wants to go to the mayor's conference on Friday. She's leaving. She's going to the U.S. Conference of Mayors on Friday, and she wants to make this an issue. That's why they did it yesterday.
I'm missing something then.
Yeah. If I was
seriously, yeah. Wouldn't it make sense to take another car that's being used for a police car, smash it, and see what happens? Especially Ford, so they could sit there and go, hey, it's not our cars. It's these drunk a-holes that are running around on the road that are attracted to cops when they're pulled over on the side. I just don't understand why a police officer, when somebody gets pulled over, you get on the loudspeaker and go, hey, keep driving until we're off.
Yeah.
Get off the freeway, pull into a parking lot. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I ain't a cop. I don't know. It just seems like that would eliminate even being in a Crown Vic, if that's what the concern is.
Yeah. Not a cop that wasn't he just sitting there running traffic for the High Five construction? I believe that's what he was doing. He got hit by that Jeep, the Dallas police officer.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he had to be on the road because he was blocking other construction people.
Oh,
in that case. But that's a small
and you're right. And working an accident and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. But the thing I was concerned with is, say everybody goes to Impalas now, and then they find out, hey, Impala's getting hit at 70, 80. They're going to do that too. So instead of working on the problem, they've just replaced it with another one.
Exactly.
Seems like there's got to be some kind of easier fix. If it's a 20-gallon tank, cut it down to a 15 and put foam or some type of thing that would release foam in case it were hit from the rear end.
That's a good idea. Some kind of expansive foam.
Yeah. Just anything that's a protectant between the bumper and the gas tank.
Right.
I don't know. Like I said, that's got to be a naive view of it.
And maybe it's a cost issue. Maybe that's more expensive than paying off these.
Then explain that to the police officers that are burning alive.
I'm quite aware of that, but not picking on Ford, but that was the problem with the Pinto. It was more expensive to fix it than it was just to pay off the families once you had an accident. And that's pretty well documented.
Oh, the Pintos?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those were beans. I mean, you're right. They were blowing up. Well, that's funny too, a Pinto bean, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We do news yet?
Nope.
Oh. All right. Yes, Robert?
You also don't know if these Crown Vics are getting hit in the rear end and they're getting hit with the front of another car. That's where the fuel goes into the engine. If the car that hit them is causing the fire and in turn igniting the Crown Vic.
And I'm also surprised that some news agency hasn't gone out, like they did with the Chevy trucks,
right.
NBC?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Was it NBC that did that?
I can't remember the word, but
whoever it was, they kind of staged that one to begin with.
Right.
When they were running into the side of Chevy trucks and the saddlebag gas tanks. Mm-hmm. But I'm surprised somebody hasn't gone out and tested other vehicles to see if this happens.
Because I'm driving an 84 F-150 truck, and if you hit this thing from the back end at about 70 miles an hour, this bitch is going to grow up like a Roman candle just because you're puncturing two gas tanks.
Right.
So it's one of those things. I agree with you. I think it's because they're hitting him with such excessive speeds that something's got to give.
They're cars. They're not tanks.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you, Robert.
Bye.
So, like I said, that's my only concern. Are they're going to stop buying Crown Vics, go to another car, and you find out it's the same thing, same problem. So now the problem hasn't been corrected, and you got to lose a few more police officers before they figure out, all right, cars can't get hit at 80 miles an hour and not explode. Sure. Okay. You ready to go with news?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't listen to the Bob thing. I do news. We can listen to the Bob phone call.
Okay.
Doesn't like the pants catcher. 522, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.
Thank you, Russ. And it's brought to us by Joy Internet and Tylock Eye and Laser Center, not to mention the No Frills Grill. And I will be out there this weekend, 10 until noon. Enjoy $6 pitchers and drink specials all night long. 10 until midnight, rather, I should say. 4914 Little Road in Arlington. That's the No Frills Grill. See you there. Internet gambling has taken the betting world by storm, but efforts are underway on Capitol Hill to put an end to online gambling. I got a friend of mine that got way into that, lost a bunch of cash. Lawmakers are crafting various measures that would make it illegal to use credit cards or electronic fund transfers to pay for gambling activities, and are hoping to ban revenue exchanges that will cut bloodlines to the net gambling industry. If an asteroid crashes into the Earth, it's likely to splash down somewhere in the oceans that cover the 70% of the planet's surface.
When is this going to happen?
It's coming. A huge tsunami, I almost said it. Huge tsunami waves.
What were you going to say? Tsunami?
Yeah. Spreading out from the impact site like ripples from a rock tossed into a pond would initiate heavily populated coastal areas. A computer simulation of an asteroid impact tsunami developed by scientists at the University of California, Santa Cruz, shows waves as high as 400 feet sweeping into the Atlantic coast of the United States. Researchers based their simulation on a real asteroid known to be on course for a close encounter with the Earth 8 centuries from now. March 16th, to be exact, 2880 is the day the asteroid known as 1950 DA, a huge rock 2/3 of a mile in diameter, is due to swing close enough to the Earth that it actually could impact the Atlantic Ocean at 38,000 miles an hour. Asteroids the size of 1950 DA have probably struck the Earth about 600 times since the dinosaurs.
Good.
What do you mean good? You'll be gone.
Oh, I care. 8 centuries from now?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's happening 50 years from now. I'll be gone.
You'll be gone.
Anything that happens after I'm gone,
right?
Not a concern.
It's a good thing you're not a scientist.
What do I care?
Some people do.
Hole in the ozone? I don't care. As long as it holds up until I'm dead. That's all I care about. Why is it everybody else gets to screw this planet up, and then when I come along, I'm expected to conserve and stop using aerosols?
Because we didn't know these things before. Now we do.
I always think that ozone hole was up there. We just have technology to see it now.
It's possible.
You never know that. Then they go and blame it on aerosols. Right. I got to use spray pump now. Pain in the ass.
Another story about our friends at Dr. Pepper saving the day. A man angry with the Postal Service over a traffic accident stormed into a post office with a gun in California in Lakeside, took 2 employees hostage for several hours before surrendering. The gunman released the hostages after officers delivered a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper to him.
See?
Soon after, the man, shirtless and wearing long shorts, walked out and surrendered.
What time was it when that happened?
And it was around... Well, he thought about it. He started this at 10, and then he got that at 2, and then he surrendered at about 4. Yeah.
Perfect. Got it.
The grandmother of a 10-year-old blind girl from Oakland, Minnesota was stunned by a nasty email she received, allegedly from pop singer Mariah Carey. Deef Hoffman wrote to Carey on behalf of her granddaughter, Michelle Katz, who idolizes the singer. The email was sent to the star's official website asking if Michelle could meet with her in person. The girl was crushed after Carey canceled a St. Paul concert. I know it's not very probable, but do you have any idea what it would mean for this child to meet Mariah Carey even for 5 minutes, she wrote in her email. It would make one girl's dream come true. Hoffman didn't expect any reply at all, but she got one. Miss, with all due respect, I have my own problems. I have no time to accommodate everyone else's. The note read, my sister is suffering HIV right now. Is anyone worried about my problems? Some people can be so damn selfish. Next time you email me with any request, you will be reported. Have a great day, MC. Wasn't clear whether the note was written by Carrie herself or one of her representatives or just a prankster.
Doesn't matter. That's what she should have got back.
No, she shouldn't.
Yes, she should.
Oh, please. A little blind girl wants to see somebody.
And you got time to go and see all of these people. You go see one blind chick, then you got to do all of them. You can't. How many times I got to tell you, you can't do anything nice for anybody because if you do it once, they're going to expect more.
Yes.
There's a chick that emailed me today. Her son was overseas on, I believe, the USS Roosevelt.
Okay.
We sent him, how many best of CDs you sent him, Eddie?
Oh, about 50.
Okay. CDs of the show, so they had something to listen to. Wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming into town. Right. She wants me to go do something with him. It would make his day. And I went, you know what? I'd love to, but we're planning on the parade, and we're just kind of swamped right now.
See, that's the response. That's not what she got back. She got mind your own business. Who, worried about
That's
me?
the one she got after that. You know what? I'm sorry the CDs weren't enough. Maybe next time I'll plan more time set aside.
You did not
Yes,
do that.
I did.
You did not. I know you wouldn't do that.
Yes, I would.
No. For someone in the military or a police officer?
It was his mom.
I know.
Wasn't enough for what we did. Then she wanted more. I'm sorry the CDs weren't enough. You do something nice, and they keep coming back. All of a sudden, you become the well for niceties. I ain't the well. This well is dried up.
It's not.
It is. Ain't nothing at the bottom of this well but slugs and tumbleweeds and schweies.
No.
So that's what you have to do. You don't have time to run around and see everybody.
You can do a few certain people. Yes.
I do a few certain things, and otherwise my time's taken up.
That's just what people ask. Maybe this will be the one.
No, they want more.
Maybe this will be the one he'll do. Maybe he'll come see me.
You keep all those emails I send you?
Oh, yeah. I got a ton of them. Ton.
Some guy wants me to find him a job now.
I got that one. What is that? This is hilarious. Can we read it?
Sure, go ahead.
How are you? I'm an avid listener of the show. I used to never even listen to the radio. Now I can't turn it off when you're on. Anyway, I'm having some problems, and I know if anyone can help, it would be you. Ever since the war, things have gone downhill for me and my wife. I'm 20 years old and recently laid off after the economy started sinking. I recently married my wife in December, and today our baby girl was born. My problem is obvious. I'm young and starting a family, and I've currently found myself unemployed. I've been desperately searching for a decent job that will help me support my family, and my journey has led me to many dead ends. My wife is a caseworker and helps kids with mental retardation learn basic life skills. The job pays next to nothing. We barely made rent this month and don't know how we're going to make bills next month. Anyway, I was wondering if you could help me find a job. I don't...
No!
Jesus, it scared me. I don't want donations. I'm not that type of person. If you want to hear more of my story, contact me at this phone number.
No.
Okay. All right. All right.
Now I know what Mark Cuban feels like.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got billions. And they just keep coming in. And I tried to be nice to that lady when she sent the first email. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what, we're really swamped with a bunch of other stuff. Well, you know what, blah, blah, blah. And that's when I just got pissed off. I'm sorry the first thing I did for you wasn't enough. Had I known that, I would have included a bunch of other stuff. So this one act of kindness would have got you off my back. I know it sounds like an a-hole, and I know it sounds like you're, absorbed in everything going on around you, but you can only do so many things.
That's why Mark Cuban has somebody that takes those calls.
I don't like somebody else going through my email. If I'm going to get an email, somebody's going to email me, the least I can do is email them back, tell them to get lost.
You didn't tell her to get lost, I'll bet. You probably said, I've done all I can.
I said, I'm sorry the CDs weren't enough.
Did you really?
Yes.
Okay.
I said, but we're really swamped. And I left it at that. Okay. And then I get an email back, well, excuse me, I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. Thanks. I sent back, you're more than welcome. Hold on. God. Yes, Doug? 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 Doug?
Russ.
Doug?
Russ.
What do you want?
You are, without a doubt, the most pompous... Hello?
Turn your radio down.
Okay. You are, without a doubt...
You realize the fact you couldn't even turn the radio down is totally going to discount anything else you say from this point on. You know that.
I did.
Okay. But did O'Malley tell you to turn it down before you got on the air?
Yes, sir.
And why didn't you do that?
I did.
You just now said you turned it down.
We were listening to it in the background. That's why you were answering yourself.
It's down. It's off.
Was it off when O'Malley told you to turn it off?
I guess not.
Oh, Cajun.
It's off.
What do you want?
Is this Russ?
Yes.
Oh, Russ, listen. You are, without a doubt, the most pompous, self-centered, arrogant radio talk show personality I've ever heard. But you are also the most humorous, absolutely humorous talk show host on the radio. And I thank you because you give us all kinds of hours of humor.
Shut up. It's
Oh,
true.
man. You're great.
Doug, I would like for you to do this for me right now. Are you still in the car?
I'm not in a car.
Where are you right now?
I'm at home.
Could you turn the radio back up for me, if you would?
Okay.
For me right now. Are you still in the car?
Here it is.
All right. Turn it up a little bit louder, if you could.
Okay.
Turn the radio back up for me.
There you go.
Could you go take the phone a little bit closer to the radio?
Yeah.
Get as close as you can.
What are you about to do?
I just want you to get close to the radio.
There we are.
Could you go take the phone
to the radio? Ow! Run!
Thank you. Go ahead.
In the Matrix Reloaded, there's a scene in which evil leaders of the past are being discussed. You're a nut.
I'd like to hear the delay on that one.
And on some video monitors in the background, okay, so they're discussing evil leaders in the Matrix Reloaded in this scene.
Okay.
On some of the video monitors in the background, various images are going by, including Adolf Hitler and George W. Bush.
Okay.
So now the Patriot Americans boycotting anti-American Hollywood has now said this is a movie we're going to boycott because they had Bush and Hitler in the same thing. Let's see here. The kicker is Warner Brothers points out is that other images that go by also include Gandhi, the Pope, and President Kennedy. Warner Brothers says, quote, some of the figures are negative, some are positive. The intention was to portray a sample of significant figures of the last few generations.
Why is it they don't just say, shut up? Just send them a letter that just says, shut up. Warmest regards, Warner Brothers. Both of us.
It's a company.
Doesn't make any difference.
I know.
It's also a movie.
I know.
You don't like the content, don't go see it.
That's what
if you don't like the pictures and they disturb you, close your eyes. There's many, many ways around things that you don't like. And Warner Brothers is probably going to make $400 or $500 million off this movie. Mm-hmm. What do they care? Each letter should just say, shut up. Warmest regards, Orvin Wilbur Warner.
That's the Wright brothers. Okay, let's see what else. Finding Nemo opens up in theaters tomorrow. This will be some of the audio. This will be cut 5. It's a computer animated film. It follows the... There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan on Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
All right, check on traffic. We have to run this first?
Bikes and more. Bicycles from high end to low end for your rear end. Your complete professional bicycle sales and service from guys who love to ride, too. Visit Phil and Lee, where Park Lane dead ends at Abrams, or at bikesandmore.com.
All right, Gail, what do you have?
Well, I have Heritage for the Blind and Expedia.com, Texas Hydroponics, and Dodge as sponsors.
So
and
this traffic report has
problem.
5 sponsors.
Yes. Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, make it a good one then.
Okay, eastbound I-20 at I-35 South R.L. Thornton. A flatbed truck that was going east slammed into the guardrail, lost its load of drywall all over the west side of the freeway. Eastbound left lane's blocked and backed up to Polk, and westbound 2 left lanes are blocked and traffic is backed up to Lancaster Road. Northbound Dallas Tollway at Northwest Highway, a crash. There's also one on the northbound tollway at Spring Valley, and then another one before Beltline. All of those creating a lot of backup. You can spend a whole lot of time there for just a little bit of money. Westbound I-30 at Cockrell Hill. There's a wreck that cleared. It's unwinding from Hampton. And let me see here if they got this one taken. Oh, come on, scroll for me, baby. Westbound Woodall Rogers at I-35, a bus broke down in Halton City, northbound 121 at Carson. There's a wreck that's on the shoulder now. Don't sell it, trade it. Call 1-800-2DONATE and donate your car to Heritage Ow for the blind. Call 1-800-2DONATE for hassle-free pickup. Remember 1-800, the number 2, donate, or visit taxdeductions.com. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, the Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Thank you, Gail. Okay, going to be lovely tonight. Clear 67 for the overnight low, then sunny, and they say 98 for the high tomorrow. Hot day in store. We have 90 degrees currently at Live 105.3, the Talk That Rocks, Texas.
What's the story on my hot tub?
Where I bought mine from, it's kind of a mom and pop deal. They're a distributor. They're not the factory. So,
but didn't they cut you a deal on your soft tub?
Yes, they cut me a deal on the previous. Yes.
All right.
They listen to the show. They like the show. But the ones they have now are all the 2003 and 2004 models.
I give us
one.
They
would cost them a lot of money. I bet if they come up and set one up for a couple of weeks.
No.
Why?
I want to keep it.
I'm not sure they can afford to do that. The big one you want is several $1,000s.
Oh, what's the cheapest one they got?
The one I got is a 2-seater, and I'll find out what we can get it for.
I don't want to pay anything for it.
Okay.
I want it for free.
I'll ask. But again, they're not the company.
Have you gotten any emails about anybody wanting to know about the tubs?
I have, actually.
Okay. So they're probably going to sell one or two. That's paid for the one they give us.
Well, that would be profit for their business as opposed to paying for the one that then they're even again.
Then don't sell any.
Well, I'm just saying. It's just they've only been in business about 8 months and they don't have the cash flow yet that maybe the corporation does. Maybe we should email the corporation.
I don't want one now.
Oh, come on. They're really cool. All right.
All right. Trey is talking to Dr. Hamilton right now. We're trying to find out if we can sync up Hamilton's schedule and Joe King's. Of course, Joe has nothing going on because it doesn't work, right?
Correct. And he has emailed me his directions to his home.
All right. So he's serious about coming up.
Yes.
I don't think Hamilton's going to do this on the air. This is going to be a serious meeting where they sit and they actually obtain the client, Dr.
Privilege.
Yeah.
Right.
With the, where Hamilton then has fiduciary duty not to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask Trey what's going on. I just like to see if there's a change in, Joe King.
Right.
Between medication.
Quite sure there will be.
You don't know. What he's on now could be the right stuff. There's just nothing that's going to straighten him out. Yes, Mr. Trenholm?
To answer, Dr. Hamilton, he obviously takes this very seriously, and he said he would see him, but it would need to be in his office.
Okay, that's fine.
And
is he going to charge us?
He said, he would definitely, he would do it on the first visit. He said, this could be a few meetings or this could be a lifetime, of treatment.
Oh, I'm paying for that.
But he would be more than happy to see Joe.
So he'll see him once?
He wants to see him once and try to evaluate exactly what's wrong, how long of a history this is. There's obviously a very in-depth story here because it seems like from what, if I understand his brother correctly, Joe has gone through good spurts and then he'll get off medication.
All that's due. Everything's fine. You think things are cooking. You go, hey, what do I need this medication for? I'm fixed. Right. You stop taking it. You go back to Nutsville, and then you don't want to take the medicine because you're depressed.
True.
But he said there's ways around, if they won't take medication.
You duct tape them to to them
No.
You give them their medication.
No.
You trank them, turn them loose.
And he said they're time-release shots
That's called a trank.
that make the medicine last like a month at a time.
You can't.
You can't what?
You can't.
You just go out to his house in Burleson or wherever the hell he is.
Yeah.
We have Eddie set up a trap. Okay. We trap him once a month, hit him with his medication, and cut him loose.
No. He has to be responsible. Sounds like he's taking the stuff that he has on a regular basis. It just is the wrong stuff. Just the fact
it's got to be close. He doesn't sound depressed.
No.
He always sounds happy.
His brother says he's locking himself up in the house, not wanting to come out, not wanting to see family.
Maybe his brother's the one that's a nut.
No.
How do you know?
I don't. Because his brother is...
And have you thought this could be a great, big, elaborate hose job on us all the way around? Where we have Joe King call up or send emails, all this weird, fantastic stuff. And then, when Joe thinks that I'm tired with the bit, his brother, Michael, comes out from nowhere and starts throwing out contrary information, thus adding drama back to the whole story.
No.
This could be a great, big, elaborate hose.
It's not.
Or they're both nuts.
No. Michael has admitted he takes medicine also. But he also has a job, and he has raising kids.
It could still be a great big hose.
What would their point be? This has been going on forever, and I know other people that have seen Joe's activities. This is not just the word of his brother. This is the word of people that know him in that area, work in stores. He emails Ron Chapman. He emails Martin Frost.
I put a Martin Frost sign in my front yard one time.
Why?
People thought I was selling ice.
I see. Martin Frost.
What is it, Bill?
Yeah, Russ?
Yes.
Didn't you just get done saying that it's never enough? You can never do enough for other people?
Yes.
And then the soft tub people say, well, maybe we could just get it for a couple of weeks and kind of expensive.
Hey, Bill, they haven't done, they haven't done anything yet.
Well, but
I don't have anything. I don't have anything to ask for more. Once I get something, then I can ask for more.
Well, you know what? More is the word you use all the time. I want it for free.
I do want it for free.
Yeah.
You know what? When you get to live in a fantasy world, you'll want everything free too.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't be complaining about other people trying to get something for nothing off of you because you're always trying to get something.
They don't want something off me. They want my time. And you know what? I've already done something nice for free, and I didn't get anything in return. These people are going to get advertising in return.
Well, provided that they do everything.
Absolutely. That's the way that you negotiate. That's the way you do things. They get something, I get something.
Well, you're negotiating with mom and pop.
I'm not. First of all, this is totally different. Are you going to shut up and listen?
Sure.
I'm talking to you. First of all, it's totally different. I don't get nothing by sending these people these best of CDs that are serving our country. I do get something. I know that they're over there protecting us.
Right.
That's my way of saying thank you. But when you do that, then somebody else is going to want even more. This is two totally different things.
I agree. They're going to get something out of bringing the tub up here.
What are we talking about?
Joe King.
Yeah, get him up here. So when does Dr. Hamilton have time to see him?
Dr. Hamilton, he said he would not be able to do it tomorrow, but probably could at the first part of next week.
Okay. And he's got to go to Dr. Hamilton's office.
Yes.
So we got to figure out a way to get Joe King from A to B back to A. And Hamilton knows he ain't going to milk this for a town car.
Yeah.
I mean, because I see, well, this could be lifelong visits. I'm not buying him a new Brome.
Dr. Hamilton, what he said is, there are, it's complicated because once he sees Joe, you establish a patient-client
relationship.
Patient-doctor relationship.
Yes.
And
if Joe King goes out and does something wiggy, people are going to look back to Dr. Hamilton and go, what'd you do?
Yeah, like you did with the guy in the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Or the other car.
Yeah, when Joe shows back up at Walgreens naked with M&M's hot glued to his weenie, they're going to call Dr. Hamilton and go, what'd you do? Oh, he does that. M-side out.
You got to.
Yeah. So they know it's M&M's?
Sure.
Otherwise, you look like a nut.
Can he come up here? Can Dr. Hamilton meet him here?
No.
Just say a couple of words and then go to our office? Why does it have to be his office?
Dr. Hamilton is very worried about...
He needs to keep a clinical environment.
Okay.
As much as, and he was stressed, it's like, tell Russ, I want to help out,
No, he doesn't need to want to help out. He wants a brand new car. He wants to meet with Joe for the rest of his life. He wants to charge me $100. What does he charge? Whatever.
But he doesn't want anything, he wants us to be purely associated with psychiatry and not partially a radio bit.
That's what it is. It's a radio bit. But we want to help him. We want to get him cured. Mm-hmm. We want to see how it turns out. We want to show how excellent of a doctor Dr. Hamilton is. He's just scared to take on the task. Just say so.
Well, Joe calls us up and admits that he never got a the awards from the Academy, then we'll know he's fixed.
How are we going to know?
He can call up and say that.
Hamilton ain't seen him yet.
That's what I mean, when he sees him.
We don't know that he will. Mm-mm. He wants to see him for a lifetime.
It's not an easy fix.
You know damn well Dr. Hamilton's sitting someplace right now picking out the new interior for his car.
No.
Yeah, Joe King. Well, I can upgrade to leather. Fine. Dr. Hamilton doesn't want to help.
He does want to help.
He wants to help. He just wants to be in a clinical environment, like you said.
And as Dr. Hamilton told me, is once he sees, once Joe becomes his patient, he's his patient until someone else takes him.
Okay.
And that's a big responsibility. So.
Yeah, once you take on Joe as a patient, that's like getting herpes.
Mm-hmm. For life.
Yeah, because ain't nobody going to take you from you. All right, so it's going to be sometime next week.
Yes.
How about if we do this? Joe goes in. They have the complimentary visit. Yes?
That should work.
He's going to give us one complimentary visit, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perhaps Dr. Hamilton can, at that point, meet with him and decide, is this going to be a lifelong event with leather and 4 doors? Or is it something, he can take care of in 2-3 sessions with some duct tape and a train?
No. Mm-mm. There's got to be doctors over in the Tarrant County area that do this for free through the Mental Health and Mental Retardation Center. MHMR.
Well, he's not retarded.
Well, MHMR is the company, or whatever.
Call that chick back at Mammy and see if they want to look at him.
Mammy.
Who's that?
That's the support group. It's actually their support group. They don't have doctors. The Tarrant County Mental Health and Mental Retardation.
You know what? I'm this close to not caring.
You're born. I knew you would be.
Why?
Just because you've reached your limit. You've talked about something for 3 days. You never talk about anything that long. You get tired and you want to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Tell Hamilton if he sees him, he sees him. If he doesn't, I don't care. We'll stay in contact with Joe, send him some M&Ms.
Yeah.
There. So that's all handled.
Okay.
Any more departments confirmed?
Wilmer has confirmed they're bringing definitely 1 and probably 2 cars. And hopefully they think their fire department will be able to attend, but they're awaiting final confirmation from their chief.
Fine. Lovely to have Wilma.
Mm-hmm. Wilmer.
Who is that?
That's the department that's going to be there.
Got it. Good. So we're up to, 33?
Wow. 32, I think.
It's going to be a huge parade.
Do you realize if the average brings 2 cars, and then the military adds in, you're talking about 100-car minimum parade. And that's now, and it's a month away.
Yep. Lights and siren going down 30.
How many people can we park at the American Airlines Center? I mean, last year was not anything like this.
We need to. We'll go to a bigger parking lot.
Yeah.
Lone Star Park big enough for this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
They've got parking for probably 10,000.
Okay. Well, I mean, considering we're going to take up space
right
on a business day.
Right, but we're doing it, we're going to get there and be there early enough before the racing starts that we'll be fine. And they want to
Excuse me a second. Did you just float a John Biscuit?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Turn the mic off.
Yeah, turning the mic off won't make it stink. I never thought about that.
It didn't stink. They're not stinky.
I'll try that next time.
Not stinky.
When I get ready to float one out, I'll turn the mics off, and they don't stink.
They're not stinky today.
It's got to be stinky. A, it's coming out of your butt. B, you're blowing air over turds.
All right.
What do you want?
As I was saying, Lone Star Park, they're happy to have us, and they will make the space available.
Good. They've gone out of their way to help us with this. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Break? All right, hold on. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Russ.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was just curious. Hey, how fast you had that Batmobile going?
285. Actually went airborne and flew all the way to Addison.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
know what? We've never had any cops say anything about the Crown Vic, whether they think it's the car or the fact that something's getting hit that fast. Channel 8 just covered the story, and they showed a Crown Vic with no rear end.
Right. Totally gone.
Yeah. What the hell do you think's going to happen?
I don't know, but if I was Chevy, I'd be out there running into stuff. I mean, if I was Ford, rather. I'd be buying some Impalas and smacking them and seeing what happens.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm shocked that no news agency has gone out and just tested it.
Done that.
Take any other car, set it on the side of the road, set it in a field, and then have another car hit it 70, 80 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
No car's going to hold up to that.
You wouldn't think so.
And I'm not defending Ford. My concern is they're going to replace the Crown Vics with something else, and they're going to find out they're having the same problem. They need to look into either beefing up any car that a police officer drives, or changing the way. I don't know what the answer is. I like the idea of making the gas tank smaller and sticking a bunch of crap back there, just to add more buffer between the bumper and the gas tank.
Yeah.
What's Joe want now?
He's saying that he has insurance, and all you would have to pay is the copay for him to see Dr. Hamilton.
How does he have insurance? He doesn't have a job. He has no money.
We'll find out. What kind of insurance do you have, Joe?
I think it's Blue Cross. Yeah, see, the divorce isn't final yet, so it's still, through my spouse. Even though we're legally separated, I still have it. It still works.
What is your copay?
I think it's $20. And see, that's why the medication I've been taking for a couple of years, it's Seroquel is about $400 a month if I was paying retail. That's why it's only a few dollars.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You sound very lucid right now.
Yeah.
Do you think that you're taking the wrong medicine?
No, but what they can do is they can take a blood test, and they can determine, like, if there's stuff like adrenaline in your blood, or, they can tell all types of things simply by looking at your blood chemistry, et cetera.
And are there any things that you ever tell us, or you tell anybody, that you even kind of question yourself, did this really happen?
Oh, no, the only thing, I'm taking dramatic license in the fact, I only had one broadcast on the Rock and Roll Zoo, and that was in August 1978. Yet, on the internet and in this movie, yes, I am Joe King from the Rock and Roll Zoo in the mid-1980s. So it's dramatic license. It's close to the truth, but that part's fiction, okay?
Okay.
Like, for example, you can dig the fact, I'm not Roger Moore, and James Bond is a fictional character, and I'm not James Bond either. But in Moonraker, I'm still the body double. You can see me. I can point to the screen. I'm the skydiving body double. That's me.
He could have been the body double. What are you looking at me for?
I'm not saying a word. Absolutely could have been.
I have the videotape. I can bring it, whenever.
Can you actually obviously tell that it's you?
Oh, yeah. It's not Roger Moore. Yeah, I'll point to the screen. You can look, and it looks just like me. And J.D. knew me, when I was younger, and he'll go, yeah, when Joe was young and thin, that's what he looked like.
And you really did win the Academy Awards.
Yeah, and see, the deal that confuses people, the Internet is like a database, and once your name is taken out of the database, you try to look it up on the Internet, and you go, oh, the name is not there. But if you go back to the videotape, David Letterman has seen this, back it up, and sure enough, Kirstie Alley, presents Best Original Story for Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Joe King is the name. And the other one for Best Short Subject was accepted by Jane Seymour.
I just trying to be nice. Tried.
All right. Well, then we'll see if Dr. Hamilton takes Blue Cross, and then we'll cover your copay.
Okay, yeah. Just I'll get back with you tomorrow, or you can send me an email.
That'll be fine. Have a great evening.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You say whatever he wants since he has to walk home. He can't hear you.
I know. Jesus.
He's just so close sometimes.
I know. He almost said, well, there's some artistic licensing. But no, that was me. I got the Academy Award. Never mind the fact that somebody else's name is on the movie.
I know. And you follow him, and everything seems to be logical, and he sounds like he's making sense, and he's got a grip on things. And yeah, me and my family, sometimes we go on trips, and we enjoy our time together. And just like any other family, we have squabbles from time to time. Just like the time that we drove to Houston and I flew the space shuttle. He's just close up into that point, and then he goes over the edge.
Yeah.
Joe, you weren't really in the space shuttle. No. I got caught up with the wings.
So I hung on till it exploded over East Texas. That was a booger. Had to aim for a pond.
Thank God I landed close to the Dairy Queen. They put me out with a parfait. God bless soft serve. What is it, Pete?
Man, that dude is the kind of guy we get calls about who's talking to cornflakes in the supermarket. He's a nut. So, you asked for a cop's opinion?
Yes, sir.
I haven't worked... I can't think of any time I've worked in an accident where any vehicle was rear-ended at 80 miles an hour. But it has to be just the fact they're getting hit at 80 miles an hour. It's going to blow up.
So what do you think should be going on right now? I mean, do you have the same concern that I do, that they're focusing on Ford instead of the problem with any car that would get hit?
Ford's getting crucified because they had the same problem with the Pinto and they handled it poorly.
Well, I don't want this to turn into a political thing to where, somebody's getting beat up because of something back in the 70s when we're worried about you guys sitting on the side of the road and some drunk's going to hit you.
I say, there's the number one solution right there. You see red and blue lights, get in the other lane.
What is it about drunks that attracts them to police cars? It seems like...
I tell you what it is. Most people ask that. Have you ever been driving down the street and you looked over your shoulder to check your blind spot, and when you look back forward again, you've noticed you've started to kind of veer the way you were looking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your head is the center of your body, and your body tends to follow your head. So if you're looking to your left, you have a really good chance that you start, like when you're walking in the mall. You look at a store on the left-hand side, you're going to start walking towards it. You just do it. Your body follows where your head goes.
Well, I know, but when I go and I check my blind spot, more often than not, I don't ram into something on the side of the road.
Well, from listening to you, more often than not, well, never, you're not ever intoxicated. If you're drunk, you're not even thinking about it, and drunks focus on certain things. And one thing that people tend to focus on when they're intoxicated is those flashing lights.
Wow.
Hey, I wonder what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Same reason you'll get the yellow, certain roadways in the city that have the flashing yellow yield lights on them on the signs.
Mm.
You'd be amazed how often those get taken out for the exact same reason. Focus in on one thing, which is why you'll get drunks that'll do weird stuff.
Why is it when you guys do a traffic stop, you don't go ahead and just take them all the way off the highway?
Most people, it's weird. Some people will stop. Some people, really good, I like it personally, they'll exit.
Yeah.
They'll let you know with their hands where they're going.
Right.
Other people freak out. Oh, God, I'm getting stopped, and they just stop. I've had people stop in the middle of the road.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't know what to do. And unfortunately, I think part of that's driver education, the driver training around here. They don't tell them. When you get pulled over and do it safely, get out of the roadway. People don't do it.
All right, we're going to go. Your phone's cutting out on you.
Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
No. Oh, gas. I'm sorry.
No.
Did you? Yeah, leak. You what?
I made a snake.
Is it soft serve?
Yeah. I made a snack cake.
Do we need to take a break?
Can we?
Yes.
Good. I have to go tidy up.
Volveremos con más de la exposición Russ Martin en vivo 1053, la plática que tembla Texas.
be a bit. She pissed me off. I ain't talking to her.
I just wondered.
You honest to God wouldn't be pissed off for more than 3 or 4 days if somebody screwed you around over the weekend?
I don't know. She brought me a little DVD by and said she did say she was sorry.
She said she was half-assed sorry in an email.
She said I'm half-assed sorry?
Yes, those are the words she used.
Did she really?
No.
I don't think so. She said she was sorry.
She said, if you're mad because I didn't come back when I said I was, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That doesn't cover it. There has to be a penalty phase. Even when you go to court and you say, yeah, I did it, I'm guilty, they don't just turn you loose and go, well, all right, give me $300 in a Batman DVD.
I know.
If I screwed up like that and I really knew I was wrong, I'd be going out of my way to apologize and make things right.
I agree.
I'm dropping off a DVD on my porch and said, hey, Abby thought you'd like to have this, and thinking everything's going to be okay.
But you are in a relationship with her, you're going to have to get back with her.
I ain't got to do anything.
At some point.
This is a big sticking point with me.
I know. Your time, and basically lack of respect of your time. Or anybody's time. But this happened to be you.
And it's just a test. Can I get away with this? All right, I'll do it this weekend. And if I can get by with just getting him a DVD and he's over it, then I know I can do it again in the future.
You got a point. If she's playing that game, it's just like a kid. You threaten to whip them and you never do it. Then they don't believe anything you say.
True. There's no penalty phase. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And if you never do it, it's like the United States for, so many years. Well, shoot down another airliner, see what happens. Mm-hmm. And we don't do anything then.
Try to blow up our World Trade Center another time. Like they set that off. What year was that?
93, I think.
93.
Something close.
And you're right. We didn't do anything. We don't do anything. We didn't do anything.
Finally, we went out and did something.
We bow up.
And then everybody else starts bitching about it. Mm-hmm. Well, how much are we supposed to take before we finally go, enough? Whether you did it or not, somebody's got to take the beating. All right. So, no. I'm going to be pissed off. If I get over this, I'm going to be pissed off at least a week. Okay. Which means I'll spend this next weekend by myself. Unless Katana's free.
Quit it.
What?
You're not doing anything with her. You can't date her. She's married. Married. She can't date. She gets a divorce, then she can date.
We can have lunch as friends.
You're moving in on this guy's wife.
I'm not doing anything. I just said we can have lunch as friends. Why is it you always think
if somebody was having lunch as friends with Joy, I'd be livid. Especially somebody...
That's because you got no control over your woman.
I absolutely do have control.
You do not.
She wouldn't be going out with you.
Who?
My girlfriend. Wouldn't be having lunch with some guy.
You wouldn't trust me with Joy?
No, you've already said you'd do it.
If she wouldn't tell you.
So, why would I trust you? You've already admitted to me.
So?
Okay. You're not trustworthy.
What the say?
Said you're not trustworthy. You looked me in the face and you said, if I wouldn't find out, you would do
What is that? I believe that's being honest.
That's going behind my back.
You just said, would I do it? And I said yes. How much more honest can you be? Now, if I said no and I would do it anyway, that's lying.
You twist things around.
I do not.
You should have been a lawyer.
You think you would have a correct definition of honesty and truthfulness.
You are not trustworthy with my
Obviously,
girlfriend.
I am. If I said I would tell, if you asked me and I said, shut up.
Okay.
Yes, Brian.
Hey, good afternoon, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, I was just kind of hanging out waiting to listen to the Bob McNeil tape. What's up? Are you planning on playing that? Or?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That wasn't that much to it. He's just bitching and moaning because we put up the Dave Siebert pants catcher over his office.
What happened with that? Did it actually take his pants?
No, they made us take it down.
Oh, man.
Dude, you should see the hooks. What are those hooks called? Because that's not just a regular fish hook.
No, it's a treble hook, but it's made for like the really big catfish that are... It's bottom feeders, anything that weighs 40 pounds or more.
You know what he's talking about, Brian?
Yes.
It's a hook with three... It's like you took one hook and glued two of them to it.
My word.
Yeah, it's a dandy one.
It's been a sight to see.
Yeah, and it looks like it would really work.
Yeah, my wife wouldn't let me test it on the kids.
What was the last thing you tested on Justin and knocked him out?
That was Josh. It was the what do you call it? The snare.
Oh.
We were going to snare him and take his pants.
God.
It got him off the ground, but he hit his head.
Damn.
What'd I do with the voicemail?
I saw it. It's frightening.
Oh, here it is.
Ross, what the f*** are you? What the f***?
There's the voicemail.
Yeah.
He's so hyper.
I know. There's a lot of pressure.
What's going on around here? I walk down the hall and there's this goddamn hula hoop with these fishing line and fishing hooks hanging off of it. Jesus Christ, you're going to kill somebody with this thing. What the hell are you thinking? What is going on with this stuff? Is anybody thinking around here but me? For God's sake, get that goddamn thing down. Get it down now before somebody kills themselves and sues the radio station. Jesus Christ, Russ, what the are you thinking?
Dang. He's high strung, you're right.
I still think it's a hose. He's got different levels of being pissed off.
Right.
Some I think he does just to get on the air. I think that's one of them. There are other times where you can tell he's seriously disturbed. It's like the time that they wanted us, I forget what it was, we were having a computer issue in the studio.
Right.
He wanted us to do a certain thing. We went into a break. Mm-hmm. He comes into the studio. I went, we can't do it right now. It's going to be some kind of switchover. I went, we can't do it right now because we weren't ready. Well, we got to do it now. We don't have time. Then he left the studio, and he was jacked. Went out, screamed at the studio audience. They got nothing to do with what's going on. Then goes into his office, and I went out there, and I went, that is the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen. And that's when he told me to shut the F up.
Yeah, I remember that. He did do that.
And then he pulled the blade.
No, there's the part where you just turned into Joe King.
You're right, it wasn't a blade, it was a shiv.
Much better.
He smuggled out of laundry. Called me warden and tried to kill me.
Lithium. You get no lithium drip.
I don't want a lithium drip.
You're getting one.
I want a lithium lick. What are we playing here, Eddie?
You want to play the NCBC?
Are they any good?
There's a couple of them I like.
What's the finisher?
Either the first one or I believe the third to the last.
Okay. I'll decide when I get there. Oh, and how dare you earlier tell me that I need to go back to church with you?
Why not? Why not?
Why?
Why would it hurt? It's because I don't think you got a very good experience. You were too busy farting on the pews. You weren't paying attention.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't. Honestly.
And what do you make me put money in the plate for?
Is it going to hurt you to drop $5 or $10 in the plate? You're there enjoying
that's not my church. Well, what do I got? I'm there to scope out the chicks. What is that, the cover charge?
No, there's no cover charge. It just helps the church. They do a lot of very good things.
I'm there one time and I got to start dropping cash in the place?
You don't have to. It's totally voluntary. I just thought.
Well, you were the one that giving me crap about not dropping any money.
You got money. You might as well. Why wouldn't you want to support a church?
I was just there to test it to see if I liked it.
Well,
and look at the chicks.
Come back with me.
All right.
Why?
Because you're going to make me pay again.
I'm not. Okay, I'll pay. You don't have to pay. I'll put money in for you. I'll do like I did my kids. I'll hand you a $5 bill before the plate comes around so it looks like you're putting money in.
Do we get crackers?
No, we don't get crackers.
Crappy ass church.
No, it's not.
When I used to go, we'd get wine and crackers.
That is only when they're doing communion. And we're not doing communion this Sunday. You will love it. You really will.
I didn't like it last time. Why can't we go to a Pentecostal church like I keep asking?
I'll go to Pentecostal with you. I just don't know where one is. I know where my church is. I know what time the services are.
Your church is boring. Yours is one of those
boring.
It's non-denominational and it's a bunch of white people.
It is not.
I want to go to a Pentecostal church with a bunch of black people.
Right. There are some black people in my church also, but you're right. We're not Pentecostal. We have great music. It's a great, great sermon.
The band sucked.
It did not. You're out of your mind. They're dynamic. They've got CDs out.
They were off key.
I've never been to a church that has such a good presentation as that one. Like 5 cameras.
The lead singer chick had big hips.
No, first of all, what the hell difference what her hips looks like? She's not there to impress you or to, it's not the main stage. Quit it. I don't even remember what she looked like.
She had big hips.
No. Well, I don't know that.
The first thing I noticed when she walked out on stage, church. I don't care. If I'm going to pay $5, I'm going to see somebody good.
Jesus.
I want a Pentecostal. Let's go to Souls Harbor in Oak Cliff.
I'll go there. If you'll really go, I'll go there.
Okay.
This Sunday, find out what time the service is.
I'm going to Oak Cliff. That's where my dad used to take us when I was a kid.
Let's go. You'll be safe. Okay. I think you would enjoy my church. Troy Aikman used to go there. A lot of folks go.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
How come he doesn't go anymore? Because it's boring and the chicks got big hips.
No, not because it's boring. Great church.
I'll just stay home on Sundays like I do and praise God the way I normally
That'll be fine then. I was just giving you a chance to go hang out on Sunday and maybe do something different. Drive the Batmobile. You'll be the center of attention. It'll make you feel great.
That's not the reason to go to church.
I know.
I'm not a showboat when I go to church, walking around going, hey, look at me. I'm at church today.
No, you do that every other day.
So? I'm not asking for credit.
I'm just kidding. Come with me.
I want to. And I'm not going to learn anything. What am I going to learn?
It's not a college course. It's just the pastor's dynamic.
I'm not there for camaraderie. I don't like camaraderie because that implies that I want to be around other people in which to camarade.
You don't have to talk to anybody else. You don't even have to talk to me once we enter.
The chicks there aren't hot.
Yes, they are.
No, the ones
you're out of your mind.
The day we went, they were not hot, yes, and the lead singer had big hips, and the music sucked. I want my $5 back.
Forget it.
Good.
It's time to get lucky and play the game that even a mutant mongoloid monkey could win. Let's play. Could the answer be C? And here's your host, Russ Martin.
There was no laying of hands. There was no passing out.
No.
There was no wigging out black people.
We don't do.
That's church.
That's not church.
It is.
It's not a message. That's a show.
It's not a show.
It is a show.
Well, you know what? If it's a show, that's fine. If I'm going to get some kind of message out of it and I get some kind of enjoyment as well, that's perfect.
We put on a great show. There's times he brings out. One time he brought a camel out on stage. He rode a camel out. One time he had an army tank sitting on the stage. There's a show value.
What did he do with it?
It was about. He tied it into the sermon. It would be too long to explain.
An army tank.
Right.
A full-size one.
Correct. On the stage.
How did they get a full-size tank on that stage?
They brought it in the back door. That place is built like a theater. There's a full-size army tank on the stage.
What did he do? A camel. What did he do with it?
It was talking about the passage in the Bible about the rich man going to heaven and was like the camel to die of a needle or something, brother.
They shoved to a needle?
No.
Well, what I want to see that for?
That was just one of the things he does. He has themes.
Well, isn't he the Rip Taylor? Throw confetti on anybody?
No.
Then I'm not going.
No. Jesus.
What are we playing for?
We are playing for 12 months bronze level web hosting from FertBiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show, plus one pair of tickets to the Bombardier 500 Indy Racing League June 7th at Texas Motor Speedway.
Brian, welcome to the show.
Hey, Russ.
What do you do for a living?
Computer tech support.
All right. Hey, how hard is it to F-disk a computer?
Not hard. Very easy.
I got to go home and I got to do, if I F-disk the hard drive, how hard is it to put XP on there?
You got the XP disk?
Yeah.
Not hard at all. Piece of cake.
So
XP
will it automatically load when I stick the thing in?
Yes.
Because I'm going to go home and do that tonight.
Piece of cake.
When you F-disk it, everything's gone, right?
Yes.
Are you lying to me?
No. No, I mean, there's programs out there that'll get the stuff off, you know. I've heard you talk about it before. Like
I've got Spybot, I got Adaware, this computer's still running at the speed of dirt.
Take it to my guy in Arlington.
No, he's going to look at the pictures on it.
What are you afraid of? What do you have on there that you're
It's
afraid
my
of?
business. It's my own personal stuff. He doesn't need to look at it, and he doesn't need to know what websites I've been to.
Okay.
It's my own concern.
All right.
Now, you can even look up the directions on the internet for F-disk. Just go to Google, type in F-disk, and there you go.
What do I do with all my files that I want to keep? Just put that on a DVD or a CD?
Right.
Okay. And then I can put it back on there later?
Absolutely.
Nobody's business where I've been on the internet.
All right. He sees that stuff every day from everybody. You're no specialty.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
What if he tells somebody?
Who's he going to tell? He doesn't do that.
This is not a lawyer-client relationship.
He doesn't. He's not that kind of guy. He does this professionally. He would be in trouble in that business.
How long have you known him?
I've only known him a few months.
Well, then fine. I'll just give him all my personal information, and I'll just assume he's not going to tell anybody.
I was introduced by Benjamin Dover, who's known him for years.
Dover's adult.
He's not adult.
He sends towels as thank you gifts.
It wasn't a thank you gift. It was a Christmas gift. It was an $80 towel.
Well, it turned into really nice 2-shop towels.
Sure did. I use mine on my boat. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm going to take my computer to somebody you met once. Like I said, you're gullible.
Well, what he does for a living, he does it very well.
And you don't know who he's told about what he found on your computer?
I haven't told anybody.
You don't know that.
I don't have anything I'm ashamed of on my computer.
Well, I do.
I bet you do. Why, you're afraid.
What are we doing?
The answer.
Answer be C.
You ready, Brian?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have to get all these right to win the fabulous prize pack.
Okay.
Worried about getting SARS, people are going to the doctor in droves to be checked out. The World Health Organization said that most of them turn out to be A, the flu, B, stress-related illnesses, or C, the Trey Trenholm parasite that burrows under your skin and slowly drains you of all your life.
Let's say C.
C is correct. President Bush said that he is dedicated to Mideast peace, mainly to A, stabilize the region, B, achieve something that no other president has done, or C, give Ken Goldberg a place to go and do another radio show.
That would be C.
Finally able to rekindle his acting career, Dan Lewis said that he wants to get into shape because A, action movies are very physically demanding, B, most movie roles are aimed at younger men, or C, his first role will be as a stable boy at Scarborough Fair and he has to clean up after the horses.
That would be C.
By the way, Dan doesn't really want to come back.
He doesn't?
No. We've had emails back and forth.
Right.
Well, he contends that he's got enough work.
Okay.
Is that you, Brian?
I'm sorry?
What's that noise?
I'm sorry, I had to cough, sir. I apologize.
It's like a beep.
I hit the mute button.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'd rather hear the cough next time.
Okay.
He doesn't want to come back.
Said Laurie's got a good job working,
somebody.
Looking for the, I don't know.
Okay.
Rolling on the river. I forget.
And he's just happy.
He says he is.
Okay.
He keeps sending story ideas, though.
Just keeping his hand in the pot,
I guess. Krispy Kreme Donuts released their earnings for the year and did very well, except in one store, mostly due to A, a bad location, B, bad management. C, now that Dan Lewis works there, he eats for free.
C.
Still wary of the Atkins diet, people are now flocking to a new diet that isn't as extreme. It's called A, the Sugar Busters diet, B, the low carb and water diet, C, the I thought I was more talented and now I'm starving Ken Goldberg diet.
C.
Wow. Police officials are worried about accidents on the lake going up this year, so they are warning people to watch out for A, I see this one coming, other people drinking too much and driving boats, B, people not having the appropriate flotation devices, or C, J.D. Ryan diving into the lake and his head causing enormous waves that swamp even the most biggest boats.
That has to be C. Sorry, J.D.
Bob Hope turned 100 years old today, and he says he's seen everything in show business, but can't explain, A, why today's comedians are so filthy, B, how hip-hop got to be considered music, or C, what in the holy hell Dan Lewis was thinking when he left the Russ Martin Show.
C again.
Trying to make up with Russ Martin for ruining his weekend plans. Russ's girlfriend gave him A, the 1960s Batman show on DVD, B, an email with a sincere apology and a promise of sex. Hang on a second, I'm mashing buttons. All right. Or C, cookies she made in her very own Easy Bake Oven.
C.
And finally, hoping to make extra money this summer, Trey Trenholm plans to A, rent out summer homes through his mom's company, B, clean the pools of the houses he's trying to sell, or C, rent himself out to party so people can play catch the greased up pink nippled man.
See.
Yeah. You get all of them, right?
Got them all.
Tell me what he's won.
He's won 12 months bronze level web hosting service from birdbiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show. A pair of tickets for the Bombardier 500 Indy Racing League June 7th at the Texas Motor Speedway, and we'll throw in a 4-pack of passes to check out the lovely ladies from the Lodge.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Are they all asking for cash? What are they?
Some of them cash, some of them for... It's just a mix. You want to hear some?
Yeah, go ahead. We got about 10 minutes to kill.
Dear Russ, please help before I go insane. I have a job. I pay all my bills. I don't do drugs. I only drink occasionally. I pay my child support on my son, who doesn't live with me. And I support the 3 that do live with me. My wife is pregnant due August the 5th. We live only on my single income. I know that all of this is my problem, not yours, but I was wondering if maybe you could shed some light on my life. I take care of all my responsibilities, but I have no money left for my wife and I. All I want is a little cash for dinner, movie, and drinks. We're decent people. We just need a break. One night out. If you could help, it would be appreciated. Sincerely, John.
No.
I think so.
What? Is that for real?
Yeah, that's real. That's a real one. It came from, it doesn't show the account on here. It's just this. It's real. These are real.
Why the hell would I cut somebody a check from, is he talking about from the foundation or just me in general?
Probably you in general. It doesn't say the foundation. No, I'm sorry. The subject is RMS Foundation request.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the foundation.
Right.
Fill out the paperwork and go, hey, this guy wants a night out on the town. What's the entry code I need to put on that so we can categorize this? Because you got to come up with a category.
Yes.
You don't just, request checks. No, we're gonna I'm this close. I can't.
Yeah.
What's next?
Hi, my name is. You want me to get the name?
Let me see it. Is it a bad letter?
No, just asking for cash.
Go ahead.
My name is Russell Eccles. I listen to you every day. I hear people calling and asking you on the show to sponsor baseball teams. Well, I'm including a picture of my son, who's 12 years old and races junior mini stock dirt track. He also has asked me to email you because he'd love to have your logo on the side of the car. It would only cost...
How much is that?
$300.
No!
This is his first year racing, and this boy rocks behind the wheel. His name is Christopher Dale Earnhardt. No relation, obviously, to the Big E, but this boy wants to be
That is not really his name.
I'm just what it says here. And it comes from...
When he was born, we had number 3 tattooed on his butt.
There's his picture, and there's the car.
Oh, that's a cool car.
It is cool.
I don't have $300 for that.
I'm just...
Do you really think that people think that I got millions of dollars sitting in the bank?
Oh, absolutely.
On a radio job.
Yeah. Never mind.
Shut up. You're going to make the letters worse.
I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. Let's see. There's a couple more here.
All right.
Oh, I already did. Please help before I go insane. I'm running in a marathon for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society on June.
No.
You only need $6,200.
You're crapping. They're running a what?
A marathon.
Do they
have trouble raising funds?
Well, wait a minute. What's it for again?
A marathon for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
I hope people don't want that.
No, this is to help people get better from it.
Oh, okay.
Trying to raise money, and it's kind of funny the way they ask. They don't really ask. Not really asking for money. I'm asking you for ideas on how to raise $6,200. I've only raised $1,000 so far. I went to different restaurants looking for donations to raffle, but I'm not having any luck.
When did this one come in?
This one is dated May the 6th.
Normally after 3 weeks, I don't reply to them.
I understand.
I was close on that one.
Came real close. All right, let's see. One more here.
Read it slow. We got 8 minutes.
Dear Russ, just wanted you to know that you've inspired me to join the United States Army and support and defend this great country that I was blessed
What the hell
to
did
live
I
in.
do?
Thank you very much. I always hear you talking about how great this country is and how proud we should be of the U.S. I will ship out on July 31st of this year. I know you pretend like you don't care about your listeners, but I will truly miss your show. My basic training is in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. My medical school is in San Antonio, Texas. So unfortunately, I will not be able to hear your words of wisdom. I appreciate everything you do for the show. God bless you.
Well, what was that?
It was a nice one.
I don't want those.
Throw a little nice one in there every once in a while. You get a lot of nice ones, too.
Those aren't funny.
I didn't say they were funny.
I don't like those.
Here's a funny one. Are the words to the Japanese version of the Speed Racer theme song phonetically makagogo, makagogo, makagogo? A lot of O's.
Yes.
It's stuck in my head, and I keep singing it at work. I
Hey, load that up, would you?
One of my coworkers singing it, too, but she doesn't think that sounds right.
That's what it is.
Makagogo.
Is it loaded? Here. God knows what they're singing about. Crazy Asians. Yes, that's what it is.
We'll be back with
Oh, there was a bumper. I forgot. Hold on a second. I'm probably going to have to hit the delay.
Okay. What?
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Russ.
How are things?
Fine.
Good.
Can I ask Eddie a question?
Sure.
Jesus.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks. Bye.
That has absolutely no on-air value at all. I just saw on the screen what you wanted to say to Eddie, and I knew it was going to twist him. Go ahead.
Couple more. How you doing, Russ? I'm writing you for some helpful advice. My wife and I are on the road to divorce. That's not the problem. The problem is we have 2 great boys. One will be 6 and the other 3 soon. My wife is already talking to her friends about the big divorce. She wants me to pay child support. I have no problem with that. But she wants to stay in my house.
Take my mouth and in it.
God.
Did I make it on the air? Okay.
So I don't mind paying child support, but she wants to stay in the house in Flower Mound and have me pay for it. She does not work. And you have a...
I tell you what they need.
Does ever do divorce law? What?
They need to come up here.
Yes?
To see the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Come straight into the studio.
Okay.
Walk through the door. Come up to me.
No. And finally...
I can't help him, sorry.
Russ, not that this will surprise you, but I've been noticing lately, Kid Craddock has been using some of your format in his show. For example, the other day, somebody called in to Kiss.
I bet he don't use this bit.
Nope. Wanted to tell Craddock something a little controversial. He pulled one of your tricks and he talked to them off the air. We could hear what he was saying, but
no, he didn't.
Not what the caller said. I was so pissed. It was a total ripoff from you because I've been listening to him for several years. He's never done that before. He really is a little weasel, and the more I listen to you, the more I'm beginning to see it. I know you don't give a crap about my opinion, but you might find this amusing. I love your show, but honestly, for me, you're like a bloody, gruesome train wreck, you know? You don't want to look. Sometimes the forces beyond your control compel you to stare. You must appeal to the dirty, irrelevant, kiss-my-ass aspect of my personality because I couldn't make the drive home every day without your show. Thanks, Christy.
That's what I am. I'm a
bloody, I'm a gruesome train wreck.
Yes.
A juggernaut. Several other things. So there you go.
Have you heard him do that?
I don't listen to his show. If I'm up in the morning, it's not going to be on Craddock's show. I listened one morning just to I was just happened to be driving my kid out to Commerce, and I listened just to hear what it is, and it's just there.
I was taking, is that the kid? I don't want to talk to him.
Which kid?
It's a kid that wants a logo on his stock car.
Oh, jeez. Last time you did this, you ended up buying a kid a bike. You go right ahead.
Chris.
Huh?
How old are you?
12.
How long have you been, and you're racing?
Yeah.
Where do you race?
Junior mini stock.
When did you start driving?
This is my first year, and I've won 5 trophies.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Are all the kids that race, are they about 12?
12 through 15 years old.
Oh, so you're racing against older kids?
Yeah.
And you ever wreck? How fast do you go?
I don't know, about 50 to 70.
And your parents let you do this? That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I've already rolled my race car.
Hold on, your phone just went bad. Hold on. Still there?
Yeah.
You rolled it?
Yeah.
Is there any way I can fix this line?
I have no idea what's wrong with it.
Still there?
Yeah.
Does line 8 just normally crap out? Does it?
It'll pop back in. Is your name really Christopher Dale Earnhardt?
Yeah. Jeez. But I have no relation to Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, you don't?
Driver.
Well, then you're probably a lot safer.
Mm-hmm.
So what can I do for you?
I want to just ask if I could have 150 instead of 300.
And what?
I want, instead of $300.
Yeah, you want 150.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Spiffy car. Look at the picture. Number 87.
And what are you going to do with this money?
I'm going to use it to buy parts for my car so I can get my car fixed so it'll go faster.
Oh. Hold on a second.
You are not thinking about doing this. You're going to open up the floodgates for everything you don't like.
What am I going to tell this kid?
No. What you just said.
Why don't you
spend the last hour?
What? It's so easy for you to do it. Why don't you do it to your own kid?
No.
That doesn't work with you.
I know. It's easier to do with somebody else's kid. I tell my kid no. He asked me for money yesterday. I said no. Right in front of all his fraternity brothers.
I'm telling you, you should have wigged out in front of his fraternity brothers. Just embarrassing.
I don't want to wig out. That then shows me out of control. I was in complete control. I said no.
Well, that doesn't change the situation, though. What you do is you tell him every time you screw me around or unless you straighten your life out, I'm coming out here with M&Ms glued to the end of my crankhead, and I'm going to stand out here until you get a job.
They listen to the show. They think that was funny. No one would be upset. You offering to bring the Batmobile to the fraternity house.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He straightens up.
Yeah, if his frat brothers will straighten his ass out, that means getting him a job, getting him off the crank or weed or whatever he's on, get him to stop smoking and stop drinking. I'll bring the Batmobile out one Saturday.
Wow.
What is it, Trey?
You're not thinking about this.
Why?
You will open up. I mean, just when you think about something, you know you're going to get 10 requests, and you hate these things. If you actually do something like this, you're going to get 100 emails. Well, can you give my kid $250?
You did it for him. It's only $150. We only want $125.
It's just something about actually talking to the kid on the phone.
That's why I said don't pick up the phone. Last time you did this, it was a $4,000 bike you ended up paying.
Oh.
God, you're a pussy. You're such a blowhard. You scream and all. That's what you get. You get nothing. The kid gets on the phone and you go, well, that's not so bad. You drive fast, huh? Parts.
He sounds like a good kid.
I'm sure he is.
Obviously, you know, he's driven, he's got gumption, he's out there and he's trying to
say no.
All right. Hey, Chris.
Huh?
Hold on.
Oh, look, it's 7:02. We got to go. Just tell him to call back tomorrow. Don't take them home. 7:02. You'll think about it overnight.
What is it, Mike?
Oh, I was just saying the money thing, that's hard to give kids, or give people in general, because then you get, like you say, everybody and their dog asking you for it. But I got a custom paint and vinyl shop, and if the kid's really tried and everything, then I'd help him out and do some lettering and stuff on his car.
I don't think he wants lettering. He wants the money so he can go buy parts.
No, I can't do parts. I'd hook him up on some lettering or something,
All right. Well, that's very kind of you to offer. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Should have kept him on the phone. We got our own station vehicles lettered instead of the cranks going out there and doing it with duct tape.
Yeah. Tell him to call back or email you.
Chris?
Huh?
What kind of parts do you need?
Well, let me see.
What are you talking to?
I need, like, radiators, tires, stuff like that. Fuel. Gas.
Hold on.
Show's over. Think about it overnight. Have him call back tomorrow. It's after 7.
I know it.
All right. Get the plugs, get out of here. Answer is no.
It's $150.
I know. And that's going to be opening the door. It's not him. It's not the 150. It's not the cash. It's the fact that you're going to ask for it. And you're going to be pissed off when it happens.
But do you know how this is going to affect this kid for the rest of his life?
It won't. It may kill him. He's done riding that car. He doesn't need to be out there doing that. Hold on. His name's Dale Earnhardt.
Oh. What if I get my money back?
You can save his life by saying no. Tough love. Tough love. Yeah.
Hey, Chris?
Huh?
We're after 7 o'clock, Chris. We can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Hurricane.
Damn.
Don't you put any more kids through like that, O'Malley.
That's the new precedent.
What?
Have your kid call up and ask.
Yeah, that's great.
Dude, that's just jackass code.
Yeah, the dad could have called. The dad sent the email.
Yeah, if the dad had called, I went, what are you, out of your mind? I'm not giving you $300 to have my name put on your NASCAR or whatever the hell that is. It's just like, I'll be damned.
Told you.
It's just like when they stuck that cheese kid on the phone, whatever the hell his name was. They put him on...
Cody.
Oh, whatever.
Cody. That's not Colby, that's cheese.
But they stick him on the phone. Yeah. Because there's no way I'm going to pay $3,000 for somebody to get a bicycle for a crippled kid. No. I thought it was a hose job. Our paralyzed kid didn't get a bike for Christmas. Well, good. It's not that funny of a joke anyway. Then I find out they make bicycles for crippled kids. I should go get that bike back.
No.
That was a screw job. When they stuck him on the phone, that's when I lost it.
No. It's not a screw job. You did a great thing. You did a great thing. You can keep up with other kids now. Then Craddock takes him to Disneyland or Disney World or whatever.
Yeah, isn't it funny? Out of all the crippled kids, all the handicapped, of all the kids in North Texas, he's got to pick Cody. That's when I should have gone back over there and taken that bike away from him.
Why? He didn't do it. Craddock did it.
He didn't have any business going on a trip with Craddock. Go there, drag his little crippled ass out of that bicycle.
It's a free trip to Disney World. You weren't offering him one.
He got a free bike.
I know. But
what do you think that trip to Disney World cost?
Probably nothing.
Okay. What did that bike cost the foundation?
$3,000 at least.
Thank you. Take that back and sell it.
No. Why would you take it back from the kid? He didn't do anything except a trip from Craddock. Be mad at Craddock.
Had no business buying him that bike.
Yes, you did. It was a great thing. But let's not do it again. You're opening a can of something.
And here's with a race car, they always need, if he wrecks it, then he's going to need more parts and more parts.
I ain't giving him nothing.
Okay, good. Let's do the plugs.
Find out what parts he needs. Just see what they are. I ain't saying anything. I'm not giving him anything. Just find out what he needs.
Okay.
Don't promise anything. Ask him if he could use a crippled kid's bike.
For more information about the Russ Martin Show, to email us individually or for details on the Police and Firefighter Foundation Parade, or to ask for cash, go to russmartin.com. To instant email us only during the show, it's studio@russmartin.com. For me on the World Wide Web, it is johndavidryan.com. Eddie's Boyd's strange site is eddieBoyd.com, where you see the pictures of the pants catcher, where we tried to get our general manager's pants today. Visit Trey on TreyTrenholm.com for updates on the Dan and Tassos weekend show. Jesus. Go to danandandtassos.com. Limousine service provided by Ultimate Limousines. Contact George at limogeorge.com. And the official site for the Talk That Rocks is live1053.com.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.